This is what would happen to Eric. I'd be like, all right, Eric, you ready to go out for the night? And he's like, yeah, I got a shower real quick. I'd be sitting in his parents' basement for, what?
Solid 45.
45?
Till the water went cold.
I was like, where the fuck is Eric at? Why is he? He must have to take a shit or something. Motherfucker fell asleep in the shower.
Washcloth curled up in the bottom of the shower.
Motherfucker fell asleep in the shower.
Over my eyes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the most relaxing time you'll ever have in your life.
Welcome back to FTP Speed Shop Podcast, a podcast where we talk about what you talk about in the garage, because, hey, we're in the garage. I'm your host, Mike Early, and tonight we're talking to my good buddy Eric and Josh. You might remember Eric from the 6th podcast.
Ooh, 6,
where we kind of started talking about some tow trucking.
Yeah.
And I believe Josh messaged us on YouTube, I think it was, and said, hey, I've been tow trucking for like 14 years. I've got all sorts of crazy stories and fun stuff. And we're like, let's do a tow trucking podcast. Let's try it out. So we're going to see how this goes. There's no telling where we're going to go, but we're going to podcast. So let's do it. Eric, how you doing tonight?
Good. You?
Fantastic. It's freaking awesome out. The weather is beautiful. It's not 4,000 degrees anymore. And yeah, it's just a nice night.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Josh, how about you?
I am doing good. Friday.
Heck yeah.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. So, this episode is sponsored by FTPSpeedShop.com. Go there, check it out, get some merch. We got some new stickers that aren't online yet. There they go. They got the I Heart Bondo stickers. They will be up here shortly. Go check it out. Help support the channel, and let's get on to the podcast. So, tow trucking. You guys are a bunch of dirty tow truck drivers, huh?
Yep. Worked at almost every company, major company in Lincoln.
I worked at every minor. I'm just kidding, Jeremy. I love you, man.
It's mid-size? Mid-size? Mid-size?
There you go.
There you go, yeah. Every minor and mid-size. Eric, what are the bounciest roads in Lincoln? And, you know, the one you would...
You can attest probably 27th and Fairfield's a pretty damn good one, right? It's nice. It's even.
Yeah.
That's what you're going for too.
Yep.
You don't just want bumpy. You want a nice even. Bump.
Undulating.
Yes.
Undulating? Undulating.
Especially driving a long flatbed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Older one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
9th and O Street, coming off the bridge towards downtown. If you're in a piece of junk, old Ford tow truck, yeah, you'll bounce all over the place. Or just downtown in general. You can't get anywhere quick.
Mike had a name for that place too for a while there.
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, which one?
Old Campus.
Oh, no, I didn't have the name. You had the name. That was definitely your name, not mine.
It's
that
Yoga
was,
Central now.
That was Cam Pussy.
That might have been.
Cam Pussy. We got to go to 70th and Pioneers, Eric. Why are we going down 9th Street? Gonna take a detour through.
Didn't have GPS. We didn't have GPS then.
Yeah, through.
Had to use a phone book.
Right.
You
have the maps.
Yeah, yeah.
Out of the back of the
Pull them out of the back of the phone book. That's so I get lost in campus every now and then. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. It really does. It's not something you wanted to do.
Right.
It's something that just happened for sure.
I was trying to save gas. Economical.
Right.
By driving around and around.
It's a diesel.
That's
As
true.
TJ would say, just let it idle all night.
It just idles. I remember TJ always used to stop down on O Street on like a Friday, Saturday night and go into a restaurant and get a sandwich and just leave the beacons on, park in the middle of the street or park somewhere. It's like, doesn't matter. Got the beacons on.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there was no traffic violations in his mind in a tow truck.
Well, no, you were out there doing a public service.
I've gotten 2 in a tow truck.
Traffic violations?
Yes.
Really?
One moving, one non-moving.
Okay.
Speeding.
Start with the non-moving.
Non-moving?
Yeah.
Window tint. They straight up pulled me over on corner skirt for window tint.
Did they hit you with the tire shine violation
And
too?
I pulled into the shop. Yeah, that might have been the case too. Looking for whatever they could find, huh?
Fucking tire shine, man. That thing, TJ's trucks were always greased out.
Yeah, 55-gallon drums.
I believed you. I remember you broke my heart on the last podcast because I was like, you told me way back in the day that he bought Tire Shine in 55-gallon drums, and I believed you. And then you told me you lied.
Oh, sorry.
Only bought it in a
That's
gallon
part
jug.
of the gig. That guy kept his stuff clean. I'll give him that.
Definitely
for
was
sure.
clean.
Yeah.
He had some nice trucks. I've seen him around.
So, any moving violations, parking violations?
I had like 3 speeding tickets in those 13 years of towing.
That's pretty
Here in
good, actually, for all driving. Driving all day,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And extra. I had maybe like 4 warnings throughout the years, you know. So,
You're just doing a public service. I mean, they got to let you go.
Were they all LPD, or did you get DOT tickets?
nope, they're all LPD.
That's the same. Yeah.
Never DOT.
The damn DOT has been busting people's balls the last 6
that's kinda
months.
what I've seen
They've
a
been
lot of that
setting
on.
up
A lot of people posting about that.
checkpoints everywhere. A lot of them out there go on the way to the dump, just trying to hit people overweight. You know, don't have their stuff tagged.
Lewis.
Don't want to.
Watch out for Lewis.
Who's that? Who's that? You're trailing, Mike.
Sorry. What? Sorry. What? It is. Everything is up to snuff. Everything's tagged. Yeah, we have all the proper registration and DOT numbers.
I don't know. It just kind of occurred to me, you know, with everything electric now, that's like when all the catalytic converter stuff started ramping, you know?
Yeah.
Because nobody's carrying a generator around in a Sawzall. Now they got electric. Now they're starting to hack off catalytic converters. Do you remember when people used to, like, try to peel stickers off license plates? The date stickers with little heat guns?
It's happened to me.
You think it's ramping
Somebody
up now?
stole
that there are
your-
electric heat guns out
Someone
there?
stole my
Tags?
like the date tag.
The date
off
tag.
my plate.
What? The,
'Cause
I
it's
didn't
easier
even
to do
know.
that than pay for your licensing.
Or you could just do what I do and don't pay for it at all. I
touche.
mean, I didn't say that out loud.
Get a Sharpie out, color your little sticker.
I
I wonder if
have.
that's ramping up though, with them electrical. You know, the 18-volt heat guns now you can get 24
Yeah.
whatever you
Oh,
want.
damn.
I bet
Yeah,
they're-
that would be a lot easier to steal them. You don't have to stretch out an extension cord.
Things that come to you.
It had to be somebody that was your neighbor that stole it, right? Or did they just get in there with a razor blade and just
Probably.
I was at work, and I won't say where because it was a horrible place, and I'll never work there again. But
It was Progressive Auto Insurance, I bet. Fuck those guys.
baby, I'm playing. Yeah, but it was a capital towing.
Capital towing.
Yeah, I couldn't work there very long. I just didn't
That
feel
would be
comfortable
rough.
stealing people's cars all night long.
God, that has to get sketchy. Like, so parking lots, you know, no parking permit, things like that. Like,
They're aggressive.
it gets very scary,
push
very
that, don't
aggressive. Yeah.
Well, they want them to patrol the lots.
Yeah. Well, you patrolled lots. What, that apartment and stuff up there on, I don't know where the hell it
There
was.
was quite. I mean, there was quite a few of
11th and
them.
Cornhusker or whatever.
But it wasn't like we didn't have the trucks like that, so they weren't really sitting there unless it was not busy. And we'd sit across the street, AJ and shotgun.
Yeah.
You rock and roll on numbers 1 through 5. But no, not not downtown.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want nothing to do with
I
that.
never had any issues.
No?
So you'd think somebody would get mad because you're towing their car away.
It must have just
But-
been the way you guys did it.
They're just like, oh, here, what do I have to do?
What's it going
Pay
to
the
take to
drop
get you
fee.
off the hook? Yeah.
One time I was downtown right next to that Foxy Lady strip club, and a lot of the strip club attendees go park at it's like a ink embroidery place. God, what's it called? Right down there next to it, next to the Foxy Lady.
Yeah.
Well, this guy from Colorado parked his BMW in there, and he didn't have a parking permit. So I started loading him, and he stopped me, and he's like, "Oh, I'll pay the drop fee," and he looked drunk, and I was like, "Okay." I go to radio my dispatch, and he tries to follow me, not knowing the boom is underneath, or the stinger is underneath
Yeah.
his car. He trips face first, boom.
Oh.
So I called the ambulance, and by the time they even answered, he was already gone because by then he had gotten up, paid the drop fee. I moved. I shouldn't have moved, but I don't know.
Damn. Knock some teeth out? Clean fall?
Just blood.
Just nice.
That's not the worst call I've seen, but you know.
That's
So
pretty wild.
You guys could do drop fees like that?
Capital did. I didn't work for them for very long. I knew the original owner, Jim, and Jeremy was their maintenance guy. And when I became supervisor at AAA Roadside Assistance, they sent me to Capital Towing to learn how to.
Kevin was the original owner.
Kevin Anderson, that
Yeah.
owns Auto Connection.
Yep. He grew up, or
Yep.
where I grew up, he was just catty corner in my backyard.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I'd see them all the
Know
time
that,
because
like-
that
On Vale
facility's
Street, yeah.
AAA auto approved. But anyways, what were we saying? Got off subject.
Sorry, I interrupted you
No,
with
you're good.
Kevin.
No, I remember Kevin. Yeah, because I'd always be down at Auto Connection too. Oh, so AAA sent me to learn how to maintenance the tow trucks when I first became a supervisor at AAA, because I didn't really know hydraulics systems and stuff.
Yeah,
so
sure.
they taught me everything. It was a good experience.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason why I knew of Capital Towing. But yeah, Jim passed away, and like his wife took it over, and she's not a very she's tough to work with. Let's just say that. But
Nice young lady.
yeah, a lot of these tow companies expect you to be on call 24/7, and then you're making commission. But I was at Meyer Towing, and he was pretty fair. We had a lot of downtime, but I was pretty productive. I even did a mural for him. But they paid hourly, which is good. When I was getting tips, it was really good money, but he was having problems with customers overpaying tips, not realizing how much the percentage was that they're tipping when they, use a credit card or whatever.
The card thing,
yeah.
yeah.
So my boss did away with it, and that's a lot of money. I'd get like average about $350 extra a month off tips, credit card tips alone, not to mention cash.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit,
Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
decent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got to suck to just be on call all
Yes.
the time.
Yeah.
Like I remember back in the day, house parties and shit like that, and it's like phones would just be rolled over to you, and you're like
TJ was always pretty good about
rolling the phone over.
yeah, no, like those for the longest time. It was just 5 o'clock. You could just, beep,
Yeah.
turn it off when you're early 20s. That's more important than
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
anything else.
I know there was one time I was when I had a stickered up truck for construction, and I got a phone call because I changed lanes, and I looked, everything was cool, had plenty of room. Got a phone call, yeah, are you Early Construction, blah, blah, blah. I was like, Early, yeah, but that's us, yeah. Yeah, do you guys have a black truck? Yep, we do. Well, your driver is driving like an asshole. He just cut me off, and I had to slam on my brakes, and I almost crashed because he was driving like an asshole. Oh, really? I'll have a talk with him immediately. I apologize. I had no idea. Yeah, I will get in contact with him. And wait a second. Are you on the phone right now? Are you talking to me?
Is that you?
Yeah.
had one of those
You're the
too.
one driving? Oh, what the? Oh my God. Yeah. I was like, have a nice day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People hate being behind service vehicles of any kind.
That's
They
true.
just
I think
do
you're right.
not like it. They speed up and get in front of you.
Even if you're going above the speed limit, they feel like they still need to pass you.
Yeah,
Don't they?
I had an aggressive old lady one time. She's just like, I'm getting over, and she started getting over. I had to push on my brakes. I'm like, She just was hell bent on getting in front of me. I'm like, go ahead.
I don't. The lane's ending. Why the hell are you all the way up there? And then why are you just cutting people off when they're not letting you in because traffic's so thick? You expect them on their good graces to let you in? No, fuck that.
Let's get started on interstates.
Yeah.
Road
Perfect,
closed in
yeah.
9 miles.
Yeah, bottleneck. That shit gets dangerous. Like when I was at Meyer for a few years, a lot of Seward County and Lancaster County back and forth. That stretch of I-80, they're always doing construction. And whenever they shut a lane down, there's always a heavy fatality. I swear to God, dude.
Yeah, people all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then, everything gets bottlenecked, stopped up there.
Yep.
And then people are doing 90 miles an hour, not paying attention. And all of a sudden it's like, we have nowhere to go. Bad shit.
Blasphemy.
People drive like shit nowadays.
Yes,
I couldn't
that
even
too.
imagine.
A lot of distractions.
I couldn't even imagine being in that
You
sort
got to
of
give them a
industry.
break, man. It's hard to text.
That's true.
Give them a break.
I mean, I've been doing it pretty successful for all
Have
these
ya?
years. Yeah, but
Well,
you
see,
know.
it wasn't that bad when they had the flip phones and you could memorize your keys.
The T9 or whatever.
T9.
Oh my God.
Then you just hold it down here and you just go to town. Ba, 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 ba. Send, and you'd try and let the other guy decipher. You know.
Like the
But-
first time I got a text message from my dad.
Oh shit. That's good. That's good.
It was T9.
It was hieroglyphics.
Yeah, had no idea how to delete. So he would screw up and he would just move on.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I called my mom. I was like, I'm pretty sure Chuck just had a stroke. I'm pretty sure Dad just had a stroke. Oh no. He's like, no, he's right here. I'm like, okay, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, he sent me a text message that made no sense at all.
Dad had a stroke.
It was like, that was what the text message looked like.
Just let's make sure.
Yeah, like half the face quit working.
Oh,
That
no.
was how the text message looked.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I thought I
Good old
turned that
days.
that's
on.
me halfway through work.
Stroked out.
Just about. I'm joking.
Make
Hey,
it
you got an
work.
ashtray?
Yeah, the piston.
Right there.
Oh, nice.
Or whichever one you choose, man.
You
Are
want
they
the
homemade?
That's a 283 piston. That was at a it was supposed to go in that motor up there, up in the loft. Never ended up going up in there, but yeah. So, and then the other one I think is a CRX piston,
Okay.
like a 1.5 liter.
Look at the difference.
And 283 is a smaller bore too. So, yeah. Imagine if that was a 4-inch bore.
Oh,
Had another 1/4 inch of that bad boy.
I wish.
That prelude's dope you got, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Thank you. We'll go take a look at it after this. It's just next door. So, I feel like Eric's looking at something.
Yeah, I just put 2 and 2 together. Is that this year's the second annual show?
This is the second annual Show
That's
and
a
Shine.
sweet banner.
Thank you. JRL Digital, Jason, Spike.
Ooh.
Spike did the logo and all the designing of it. Gave him kind of a real rough idea. He gave me a picture of something else, and I said, that's pretty close. Make it work. And then he sent me something. I said, that looks like
That's pretty bad.
that looks
I love
like a
it.
small child did it. Redo it. And then this is what
Oh.
we came up with. He redid it, and
This
he
is
made
a
it awesome.
middle-aged
I love
child,
it.
then at least.
Yeah, like a 13-year-old, maybe
Yeah, you
maybe
got the
14.
dingus of the plains in the background.
Yeah.
It's
Got the
always good to
vintage
see that.
touch.
Yeah.
I think Nebraska used to have license plates with that kind of sun at one time. If you
Oh
guys
shit!
remember.
Yeah,
The classic.
Dang, you're right.
the orange ones.
Yeah, dude.
Or yeah,
Yes.
They
The white
weren't they
ones?
white in the
When we
sun?
were
Yeah.
kids.
Orange and
Yeah.
it
Yep.
had like a.
I've been
first
looking
white
for
one
one.
was 16 right there. 2 up
for the square body.
Yep.
So what's up with the square body?
Oh God, that thing's made it to Omaha 1 out of 4 times.
That's pretty good.
Oh, Omaha and back,
Oh,
rather.
that's pretty good odds. I
But
mean,
it-
that's not
Better than
bad.
0 out of
Yeah.
4. Let's
Well,
be honest.
some of it was my fault, cause
Oh, that's right. You blew a radiator hose. Or
and I knew they were old. You know.
yeah, I seen that on Facebook. Like,
like a
can
civil-
anybody please help?
Help me, please.
I need help.
I missed a opportunity up in Omaha, Bancroft Street Market. I did a mural up there. I'm with H2O Graffiti crew, and that's where I'm going after this to Lincoln Calling. But we're putting on some live art stuff downtown. And anyways, I was going up to Bancroft Street Market. It's kind of by the zoo in Omaha.
Okay.
But they got this art gallery, but the building on the outside is just covered in graffiti. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. But anyways, yeah, we were gonna do youth outreach type workshop, teach kids how to use stencils and make, kind of be creative with them. But yeah, I didn't make it. I was pretty sad about it, but
That's cool.
this is what it is.
Yeah, my cousin got into graffiti a little bit and was explaining to me all the different types of tips, and like I was like, that makes so much more sense. They're not just going and getting some Krylon from
Damn, I
Walmart.
thought this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old.
Yeah, and you thought that they
Yeah.
were just hitting that shit up with some Krylon touch.
Yeah, they got 94 is a good one. It's MTN. It's low pressure, high volume spray paint. Kind of comes out almost like a powder coat if you get the matte, or you can get the gloss, but it's hard to find.
Where are you getting this stuff?
You can order it. It's cheaper, but if you go downtown to Gomez Art Supply, it's like fucking $10 to $12 a can.
Where's that at?
Gomez Art Supply, right next to that used bookstore and Alibaba. and then Zoo Bar is not far from there.
Okay,
Oh,
so right,
Across
right
the
on,
alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right on O Street there, roughly.
Yep. But that's the only place I can find the Matte 94 in town, and then Ace Hardware at 48th and Old Cheney sells the gloss. And it's like $4 or $5 cheaper there for some reason. I don't know why.
You're calling it 94?
Yeah, it's MTN. It's the brand. That's what it's called.
MTN. Oh, okay.
So
That's my
it's not Rust-Oleum, it's not Krylon, it's MTN.
I'll use some Rust-Oleum for like, to finish out the background or something. But most of that stuff comes out too fast to be able to use. You you get runs. So like that 94, it comes out so like soft. Like slow.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier.
Do you
You
do
put a
this?
different tip on it, and
You do it in like people's garages and stuff too? Wherever?
Yeah,
I mean, you're
I've
hired for-
done murals in a girl I grew up with, Ashley Kruger, her ex-husband's son's basement room. He just wanted Seattle Seahawks colors, Seattle Seahawks skyline, and then his name. Turned out really cool, and just graffiti style. But I did kind of there's a technique you can use to make it look like neon writing, and it's really cool.
Kind of like bubbly almost.
Well, like if you layer it
the
up and
radius.
skinny
Oh.
and lighten up the pigment you're using, like say dark green to light green, and then one small touch of white, and it straight looks neon on black, But I did a mural behind Duffy's. If you go up to, there's a bunch of art studios. Right, so like right behind Duffy's, the smoking garden, and then there's a stairwell. I did a Smile Now, Cry Later face. I think they call it the Parish. There's a bunch of art studios up there. And then Southside Boxing's mural. They're moving to Champions, so I'm hoping
really?
to get
Oh,
the opportunity
really?
to paint some murals there. Yeah.
Southside Boxing,
cool.
are they, shoot, is that the one, are they on O Street now?
Yep, they were right behind Craig's
Uh,
Keg.
Yeah, in Auto Body Supply.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep. But yeah, Tommy got a hold of me through family, and then my grandfather used to drive trucks with Cube, one of the founder of Southside Boxing, and he had passed away, and I did some lettering tribute for him, but I don't know, I guess my uncle knew him and my cousin knew him and mentioned it, and I do it for pretty cheap, but
It's got to be fun. It's
It
got to be
is.
really fun to like, well, it's got to be like any project where you start with just a blank slate and you go, I got an idea. I think I
Yeah.
can make that work.
and it's no different from what I look around your garage and I see similar stuff that I'm kind of doing in my garage,
Yeah.
same concept.
It changes so much from the start, but it's just little tweaks, small tweaks here and there, and it just turns out it's cool. I
Yeah.
like it. Where can people find some of your work and stuff?
Just find me on Facebook, Joshua James Wikoff, or J2 Art Collective. That's number 2 Art Collective. But yeah, you'll find me.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've always like I'm really good. I can paint cars. I can do all that stuff, but like the detail stuff, the pinstriping or like the just graphic type stuff, I can't do.
that's a
I
different
can't.
level of
yeah, I can't
detail.
draw. I can't. Were you really good at drawing and stuff?
Yeah,
as a
growing
kid?
up. Yep. Ever since I was a kid, always did art mainly with pen, pencil, and marker. But I got into graffiti as a teenager, but I was always afraid of getting in trouble, especially when I got into my 20s doing any sort of street art. And I've lived in other states and been in rough neighborhoods. And my dad spent 4 years in LA, and he used to take me when I was a kid back to his old neighborhood in East LA, and I got a little touch of that style of graffiti, but yeah, a little bit of mix everywhere. A little bit of Southside Chicago. I lived there before I joined the Army, but yeah, pretty crazy.
It's definitely neat. Definitely
Yeah.
unique for sure.
Yeah. But I always I'm like, I can't stand or fathom the thought of spending like $200 on paint and leaving it painted somewhere. I'd rather put it on a panel or a canvas or make money off of it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Makes more sense.
Yeah, I agree because 90% of them are going to get painted over within the next year or 2 days or whatever, depending on where you do it. If like, you know, you go tag up somebody's apartment or something like that, landlord or whoever's
Just
over
not
there.
50 second.
Yeah.
Chuckle.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no, they're over there the next day like, he's not fucking and you know, I get it. You don't fucking up people's property and vandalism and stuff like that, but it is definitely a cool touch. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a cool form of artwork.
It is. Sky's the limit. Any style. I mean, you can create your own style. The coolest style I've ever seen is this guy named Saber. He's one of the most known artists out there. Saber and then Norm. But Saber would like do his letters like fighting stance style. You know, like a person would stand in fighting stance. He would make his letters look like that, and that's why it looks like it's so cool, jumping out at you. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Everybody's own personal touch to it.
Yeah, you just got to start doing random vandalism like Banksy or whatever, and then just start I don't know.
Banksy.
That's like the most famous, I think, guy probably that everybody knows.
Yeah, he did that. He auctioned off that piece that it was a self-destructing piece. And once it got for like $1.5 million or something, and the thing destructed it. It had a shredder inside.
Yeah, it went through a shredder and went through a shredder. It was like a gold frame, I think, with like a piece of art in it. And then as soon as the auction was over, it was like ding.
Yeah,
shredded it.
And somebody paid for it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming so. I don't know.
Over $1 million. I swear.
Did they know it was going to do that?
No, I don't think so.
I think it was just the ultimate troll.
Yeah.
Just like, we got this thing.
And he got paid, and it was a part of the art.
Yeah. Can you imagine being the guy like scooping the pieces up? Like, I think I can glue it back together.
Send him in an envelope.
Tape the backside of it.
Yeah. Sit through it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
pretty ballsy.
Cool.
It's like a puzzle now. He's making a political statement, though, I think, in his art. But he would use those stencils to make a quick tag because he was getting caught, and he's like, I got to cut my time in half when I'm doing this illegal graffiti.
Does anybody know who he is yet, or has he been found?
They suspect, I can't remember his name, but they have an idea who it is, but they can't prove it, you know? I just saw a documentary not too long ago. They were talking about that, who they think it is, but...
Who? I've never even heard of this. Who is the guy?
Banksy.
Banksy? Like
He's a UK artist, though. He's from Europe.
Yeah.
So Banksy.
Yep.
Is that
I have no idea how to spell it.
Bansky, yep.
SKY?
That's his nickname, though. But he did a lot of like political stuff, like, you know, I can't think of anything specific off the top of my head. I'm not a real big fan of UK artists, but he's pretty cool. Just because he's controversial, you know.
And nobody knows who he is, so that's what I was that's the only reason why I really remember him is because like I've seen a couple documentaries or a couple stories or whatever about him, and nobody knows who the hell he is.
Yeah.
And he's just doing all this random stuff out there and just tagging stuff up, and he'll do like the sides of buildings, you know, like 2 stories high, just this giant ass thing in the middle of the night. It's like, how the hell does he do that? He's got to have people working with him, right?
Like a rappel, yeah. People working with him, like a rappel, some rappel equipment.
That's nice.
Rappelled on the building. I thought about doing that. Yeah.
I can't hardly even spray paint like a trike. How the hell am I going to like rappel off of a building? Like,
well, they have all kinds of stuff. They, you know, those large rollers. Or like in long sticks.
Well, where the hell do you put?
You know what I mean?
Oh, so they're down on the ground like rolling.
Some artists have done that, not that high, but some artists have used rollers with long sticks. I've seen guys use. It's almost like those what they use, the pump, the canister with the pump.
Oh, like the weed sprayer or whatever. Yeah.
But you can get really high with those. You can just fill it with paint.
Man, I feel like we're really helping the youth vandalize our town.
That's crazy. I need to watch more of this on YouTube.
It's definitely cool stuff.
Yeah, it's very cool. I love it.
I mean, I definitely don't agree with vandalizing people's property.
No, not the vandalizing thing, but
the whole art aspect of it's very cool. So
heck yeah, a lot of people like it too because it's like a dying thing, and people are forgetting that they can do it. And you know, I held a few youth outreach, you know. Programs, you know, just to help youth realize, hey, you can still paint. It's okay to paint. Like I used to think it was like a feminine thing growing up, but you can really release a lot of stress painting. You'd be surprised at what you can do if you challenge yourself.
No,
honestly.
I think it's like writing down your feelings, or if you start writing something down, it's kind of crazy how it morphs into something completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Like once your kind of emotional side, I guess, probably takes control of it, you kind of open up your brain a little bit. It's not just so pinpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. Some guys go golfing. Some guys, rebuild cars.
I don't do anything with them. I just paint them and park them in my garage.
But you gotta do what you love. That's what it's all about. But yeah, I caught some interviews. I got interviewed by 1011 3 years ago. No, it was just under 3 years ago, because my son was an infant, my youngest. I got home and my ex-wife was like trying to record it. She's just waking up. But they had like a morning slot for me. It's like in the morning show. It's like super fucking early. I had to be there at like 5 a.m. And then they promised the production, right? I was at Mega Take It Art Studio by Union College. And the producer promised there was a ventilation system in there because I wanted to use spray paint with stencils. So I was going to do the stencil tree, use a stencil, do a whole tree with it, teach them how to use it, and then outline it. It turns out really cool. But there wasn't, and like
Everybody was just high as fuck.
well, we could only do like 5 minutes, and then we had to shut it down.
Oh, bummer.
Or like,
Bummer, man.
yeah, that
You
kid
just
over
want
there
to
is
finish,
like,
Yeah,
he's drooling in the corner.
I really wanted the interview though. So.
Is that like so when on my honeymoon we went to Mexico, and the street art where they're doing like the stencils, spray paint art, I guess you call it, and they're smearing the paint and doing the stencils, and they make the big moon and starscape and all that stuff, and
Very
like the
cool.
palm trees. That same sort of thing, like what you were doing.
Yeah,
or?
you can use that. Like that. Some people kind of call that cutting, I guess.
I don't know.
Just using. You can even take a piece of cardboard and just shape out where you're gonna. Almost realism stuff. If you know what the tip of your paint can do. If you have good nozzle control. And those expensive cans, you can almost like spin, like rotate your finger on the top to get it to come out either like really small or like really wide.
Oh, so it's got like a kind of a dial, like a paint gun on it.
If you're really good, but if you're not, you buy the other caps.
So I'm gonna get 14 caps.
Me too.
Still,
I have like 80 of them.
Hey, can I borrow your used ones?
big ball on the wall. If I tried to do any of that, I couldn't.
Zach was always pretty good about like, oh, there's nothing in here now. We
Yeah, he
painted
wasn't
over it.
bad. Yeah,
And,
he
like,
did
there's some on
pinstriping.
the
He did my
others.
bike. Yeah.
Well,
he
yeah,
did
Zach
a bunch of
pinstriped
calls.
the "You look like I need a drink," so
Oh, that's
he did
good.
that. I got that at the
yeah, that's really cool. I love it.
Kingsman cruise. Not this year because I wasn't able to go this year, but last year bought that at their auction. So it was pretty cool.
Got the moon eyes.
Was that the one at? Was that auction at No Coast?
Yep.
Or was that okay?
Yep, that was the one at No Coast. So
Awesome.
need a beer, Eric?
Yeah. Thanks. I'm gonna run you out, dude.
No.
Here, you
no.
want this one? I'll get a Coors. I'll jump off mic real quick.
All right.
Think they'll miss me?
Everybody say goodbye to Eric for 35 seconds. He'll be back.
You want me to grab
Yeah, grab a whole gaggle of them because I have a drinking problem.
Tonight, anyways.
I'm almost out of beer.
Talking about tow trucking.
hands? Is that your drinking problem?
2 beers at one time. You got 2 bottles, so I can show Tim what's
don't
up.
Tart tit. Don't tart it.
Oh God, that was
days.
the good old days. Yeah. All I was doing, I was just making fun of Tim the same as everybody else was, but I didn't know him as good as you guys did. So when I said don't tart tit, he dumped a beer on my head.
Oh fuck.
But that's all right, Tim. I still love
Looking
you.
back, funny.
Still love you a little bit.
I saw some of those pictures of Kingsman with the Beatniks, Southern California, the car club.
This is Kingsman of Lincoln, so it might be different.
Oh, okay. So is
Yeah.
there another chapter over there?
I don't think it's chaptered. I think it's
Oh.
just a different club.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah, I think there's a Kingsman in like almost every state.
Oh, okay.
One of the Kingsmen that listen to this, Mike, maybe you can correct us. Zach, maybe, I don't know.
Sweet.
But
Heard you have to have a certain year or older car to be.
there are stipulations. I'm not sure what they are.
Yeah, me neither.
You know,
It's pretty cool though. I helped a guy that had a '57 Chevy. I can't remember his name, but this car was clean as shit. This guy used to own. He painted in his garage too. It turned out really good, black and red, or black and gray and red. One of those. It's been a while, but so I worked for Meyer Towing at this time. He broke down at basically where Highway 2 meets Super C's right there. Highway 2 turns into like 10th Street and 9th Street.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know where
Super
you're
C. Well, like right there at the intersection. So I go to tow him for Meyer. Well, he used to own that classic car auto repair facility right near there, 13th and High, right across from Freeway Muffler and Brake repair facility.
Steve?
Yeah, that might have been it. 57
Yeah.
Chevy.
Yeah,
Well, check this.
black and gray.
Yeah, black
Classic
and gray.
Auto or
Yeah,
something?
that was-
He's a
Steve.
Kingsman. He had the Kingsman
Yeah.
thing on it. But anyways, I didn't realize this, but I towed it like years ago when he bought it when I worked at AAA.
Oh, really?
So he had just bought it. The thing didn't run, and I took it to that classic car.
What was it?
Classic car something.
Classic car industry auto.
Something like that. Classic car auto maybe.
And
Yeah,
then
I
it was
don't
something
remember.
tire, wasn't it?
I never seen
Yeah.
somebody.
Steve's Classic Tire or something.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't remember what the hell it
I
was.
only went
He-
there once with Derek.
Nice guy though.
He had a
Nice guy.
shortened one too. Or
Well,
was that?
I've seen the stubbies, dude. I saw one in Havelock.
Yeah.
The stubby, they take a 4-door and chop the rear. The
yeah.
fucking back seat out.
Yeah.
Bring it together. Yeah, it's
That's cool. I mean, it's unique. It's
The first smart car.
so yeah. Like I used to be such like a purist asshole, you know. Growing up, it's like nah, and now it's like
it's yours.
it's so
Do what you want.
uniquely ugly. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know.
I had mixed feelings as well. I'm like, you ruined that car.
I mean, I grew up with a dad of 57 Chevys. He was a
Did you?
57 guy,
Did
and then
you?
66 Chevelle. So,
That should have.
you know, when you see somebody who'll just chop up and just completely,
Slam a 4-door 57 Chevy and
yeah, those 4-doors,
pull the door
get
handles
those
off.
out of here. Nobody want to see that shit. Did you spray foam those door handles shut?
No. That was the fenders, Mike. Come on now. You take the back 2 door handles off, nobody knows it's a 4-door, though, right? When you're concerned about that.
It's a 2-door.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I feel like you probably could just fiberglass kitty hair those bitches shut and call it a day.
I've always wondered if they did that with like 64 Impalas. Like,
Just
is it possible? Tell me.
I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, they weld doors shut like in NASCAR or whatever back in the day, and or dirt track. I don't know, whatever they do now.
If you take a 2-door and just weld in the jam or whatever.
You can actually take a 4-door 57 Chevy and get the inner structure from a 2-door. I think you can buy all that stuff now, and then you can just put a 2-door quarter on it. It turns it in, and then you get 2 doors or 2-door door because they're longer, I believe.
Yeah.
And then you can now you have a 2-door. There's FTP Speed Shop, I believe, has done that on a couple of them.
Nice.
So,
Man, that's a lot of work.
dude, but if
Gotta
you're
be a 2-door.
Like nowadays, people just pulling anything out of a field, redoing them all, you know?
Fiberglass.
Like, yeah.
I'm
I
a
mean,
classic American steel.
I don't know.
I'm a big fan of body filler and high build primer.
Hey, Mike, I got a question
Hell
for
yeah.
All right.
you. Do you love Bondo?
Yes, I do. I do heart Bondo, and I was actually wearing that shirt the other day. My
Somebody else had it.
I heart Bondo shirt.
Some other people have been buying it off the site, I think. Was it who I see running around with the I Love Bondo shirt on? Did Ben buy one?
I don't know if Ben has bought one. I don't know. I don't know who bought one. I don't
with
keep.
it on.
I'm gonna buy one.
I don't keep
They're
track.
great.
You guys.
We
I'm gonna buy one.
we have a new shipment coming in here shortly, so hopefully because we've been out of extra large, I believe, for a long time, and then we were trying to get some other shirts and other
Never
shit.
out of my size.
Good news, I wear
medium.
They're
large.
never out of my size.
I think we do have some larges, but yeah, I don't know what you asked. I forgot.
I just started talking about Bondo.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
He asked if
I
you
was
liked
just
Bondo.
interjecting.
Thank you.
Nothing like the
stuff.
sweet smell of Bondo.
You brought me back, and one of the dads at the Cub Scout thing was like, "So, do you really like Bondo?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah."
Where do you go with that
I use
conversation,
a
Mike?
lot of it. I mean, it's all
You
right.
I'll bring my
And he
board
goes-
next week.
he
Tell
goes-
me.
So he goes, "So do Ooh, you should go get the board.
I'll get the board.
It's
Where is
in
it?
the 3M drawer right there.
Yes. You just need to bring it to the next meeting and smack it in the head. And say,
It weighs 45 pounds.
Oh my God.
son of a... Mike's Bondo board.
Yeah, a little lower.
Right here?
Yeah,
we
there you
good?
go. Rotate it a little bit.
I don't feel so bad.
Yeah. Now, it's been a lot of
I'm
cars.
gonna leave it
I've had that
right
thing
here.
for many, many moons. But he goes, well, I was on a Challenger forum or whatever, and somebody used the word Bondo, and they were like, ugh, gross, no, ugh. And I was like, Bondo's a generic term for me. You know, I usually use like Evercoat Rage or Rage Extreme or Rage Gold or whatever. He's like, yeah, I think I heard them saying some of that stuff. But yeah, he was like really confused if I really loved Bondo or if I loved the other kinds of body filler. And I don't think I've used Bondo itself, name brand, for, I guess I use their kitty hair. I've got that, the fiberglass stuff. I don't know why I pointed over there.
I'm looking for it.
It's in the cupboard, I guess, so yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen people use that.
So supposedly you use that over all of your body work patch panels and stuff like that. It doesn't soak up the moisture, and it's stronger. So if there's any flex in between that, then it doesn't transfer it out, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly. Who knows if that's true or not.
Oh yeah.
So I just recently started doing that on the Prelude or the Suburban. I think I brand new Suburban when we redid the quarters and stuff like that. I did that.
I was poking the Bondo board. I missed a little bit of most of what you said. Sorry.
It's easily distractible. It's hypnotical, I think.
Looks like art.
It is.
It is art.
Have you heard of so like Corvette's paint booths or the paint booths at GM? You know, where GM runs all the cars through. They spray a certain amount of color every day, and it all builds up on the wall, and then they like chip this off, and I forget what it's called, but it's like all the colors, and when you cut through it, it's like and just
Wow.
That's on a that should be on a very satisfying thing.
yeah, I think people are making like pocket knife handles and stuff out of it.
Really?
It's paint Damascus.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, but they don't have to hammer it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
valid.
Very cool.
That is cool.
Very cool.
I forget what it's called, but it's really, really expensive, especially the
they're selling
Corvette
it,
color.
huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. They're just like,
Who's selling it? Chevy is.
I don't know where they get it. If it's somebody that comes and cleans out the paint booth and just like scrapes it all into the a basket, and like, yeah. Or if it is GM that's actually selling it. But yeah, it's like, it looks like tree layers, but it's just like, they do a lot of white, and then they'll do like the black, and then the gold, and the reds, and the blues, and everything, and then, yeah.
Interesting.
Somebody
Google.
out there, go ahead
Google.
and let me know what the hell that's called.
Yep, Google
'Cause
that.
While I'm
Real
editing
quick.
it, I'll Google it, and then I'll find a picture of it, and I'll put it up here. So,
You could really do that, can't you? That'd be cool. You
because
should
this
do-
isn't live, so I can't do that.
You
Yeah,
should do that. That'd be sweet.
yeah. And
Put
then
it like
just,
halfway over my
oh,
face.
yeah, just a
That'd be
chunk of
kinda-
it, just a
yeah.
blob. I'm gonna do that actually.
Yeah.
Make a mask.
Yeah.
Halloween's coming up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut a couple eye holes out of it for that.
Masquerade.
It takes a lot of work to edit these things, so
I bet.
I don't know that I want to
Hours and hours and hours, Mike.
learn how to photo edit some paint
Yeah.
Damascus or whatever the hell
I
it's
bet it does. I
called.
bet it's really time consuming. I have no idea. So
You end up watching this podcast. If it's an hour and a half long, you probably end up watching it about 3 times. And then plus the editing. So it's probably about 4 times total.
wow.
So, yeah, there's a lot of mornings. Wake up, get in the office at 5:45,
That's a full day's work.
go till, whatever,
It's a full day's work.
7, and then shit shower and don't shave and go
No.
to work.
No, you're pretty regular. You that order, shit shower. So coffee, shit shower.
Yeah, I try to. Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
if I'm running behind, I coffee and shit at the same time.
Oh, well, that might not be bad.
If you're in a pinch, sometimes you got to.
Literally.
Yeah, that's valid. So we don't have crappers at work right now. We have 4 porta potties.
Why don't you have crappers at work? Is Stoner
They're-
redoing the bathrooms?
Hey, I'm gonna throw Stoner's son's working with us now.
Wait, Blake quit working with Stoner and he's out there with you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So-
Stoner had to be pissed.
I don't know.
Blake, if you listen to this, which you don't, fuck you, man. You left your dad high and dry. But he'd fire you.
But thank you. I think he's better doing stuff around there than the guy who was already.
Oh, he's doing maintenance? He's not doing engine
He's
building?
facilities. Yeah, he's facilities.
Did Stoner start working there too?
I mean, I don't think so.
Oh.
I haven't seen him wandering around.
I wonder if I could call him right now. What time is it?
I take it it's a name, not a stoner.
It's a name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying.
When I first met him, I was like, that doesn't seem like a stoner. Maybe he's a meth head a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Stoner.
Oh, shit.
And then I was like, why do you guys call him Stoner? And it's like, his last name's Stoner. I was like, oh,
That makes sense.
that makes sense, yeah. So now when I'm like, he's my drywall finish guy. So I'm always like, when I'm like, oh yeah, Stoner, oh yeah, Jason will be here to, take care of this stuff. Cause I've had many customers go, why do you call him Stoner? Oh, he fucking loves weed, dude. He's always high. No, that's his last name. So he doesn't. I don't think he does any drugs besides Busch Light, which I think is legal.
I think it's legal. I think.
Could be.
It better be.
We should get him on the phone. I don't know. I've never done this before. Do you guys want to do a science experiment?
Science, yes.
Yes. Do we need lab coats and goggles?
Do you have any in your
No,
car?
should have brought some.
If you have
Totally
those,
should
I
have
would
brought
like
some.
to do those. Let me see if I can call them up here.
I have hand sanitizer, a couple cheap pens, and maybe $1.25.
I have a bunch of art supplies.
Can you paint?
Jar
Can you
supplies.
paint us with coats and goggles?
Yeah.
I think you could do it.
I can paint anything.
Yeah. Did you, speaking of painting, did you ever get into airbrushing and stuff like that?
A little bit. I'm looking to it's just a matter of being able to afford the best equipment. Like I've seen some airbrush gravity feed.
Oh, really?
Go for like $1,000, $2,000.
Do you have to have your own little air compressor to do that?
I have one. I have a siphon feed mini.
Okay.
It's almost like an HPLV, paint booth sprayer, but it's just a mini version, and you can just control how much paint comes out, which direction, if you're good with your direction. But I could take some of that paint I was telling you about and make it look airbrush quality. That, paint markers and cheap acrylic paint, and then put a fat clear coat over it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that on a car though.
Hell yeah, fat clear coat. How many coats of clear coat? You running 5,
2,
6?
3. That's a lot to me.
Yeah.
I'm on budget.
I know I'm gonna run the shit out of it and wet sand through half of it.
Yeah, especially on like metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get over this gloss on this thing.
That's cheap clear coat. That's budget. That's all budget. Actually, I think that's high tech Euro Clear, which before COVID and stuff, it was like a gallon was like under $100 or $125 with hardener. And I was like, yes, please, I'll take 2.
6,500 up there. Makes it look real nice too.
It caught my eye when I walked in. I was like, ooh.
It is.
And the vintage cooler in the back.
It'll make you squint right now.
Should we try to call Stoner? I have no idea how this works.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can plug my phone in. Do you guys want to take a time out and we try to figure this out?
Yeah, I gotta pee really
All
bad.
right. Let's take a time out. Becker Arms and Ammo. They are a sponsor for the car show, so I want to go ahead and throw a shout out their way. Jason Becker's a good guy.
What's he throwing out there for the old? Is he or is it raffle?
It's a raffle. Yeah, it's a cooler.
A cooler. Okay.
Sponsoring a cooler
Nice.
for the raffle, so very cool. The cigarette's fucking hitting good.
Sorry, bro.
Rip the filter off. It'll feel a little bit.
Yeah.
No,
Give it a good old Lucky Strike. Right?
Cowboy killers.
I feel like these are full
Is that
flavor enough.
Is that
Old term for Marlboro.
Marlboros? Yeah.
Red, yeah.
Do you remember the
Red,
Lucky Strikes?
Dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dog used to smoke 5 packs of fucking Reds.
Dog the Bounty Hunter?
No, Dog.
He looks like it.
No, he's
No joke. Wait, did he pass away?
no, he's still alive. He quit smoking. He
Did
quit.
his wife pass away?
No, he got a divorce.
Oh,
Same difference.
she's Hurricane Titty and somebody else now.
Oh
I'm
no,
thinking-
we're not. We're talking about 2 different people.
Oh, I was talking about the Bounty Hunter, bro.
Yeah, I was talking about regular Dog.
Wait, who's Dog?
He said titty. He said titty. And you knew exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
the other dog?
Oh, it's a guy that worked with Kevin forever. They just called him Dog. I don't know why he got the nickname
The
Dog.
Kevin you guys were talking about earlier?
No, Kevin, my father-in-law.
Whoa.
Kevin Lewis.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
construction. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just
I like
dog.
Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know.
You
I
probably
wouldn't know dog.
you
I
probably
have no reason to.
Hey, on October 1st is a surprise 50th birthday party if you want to go to it.
Kevin's is?
No, dogs.
Well, oh.
Yeah.
Would dog like to see me?
I think
At
he
his
would,
surprise 50th birthday party?
I think he would love to see you. He'd be
He
like,
went 50 years without meeting me.
no, he would go. You just walk up to him and be like, dog, dude, I haven't seen you forever. I used to hang drywall at E&K for 2 weeks.
Oh, you
like,
think
"Oh,
I'd
yeah."
make it 2 weeks hanging drywall?
No,
Son
not
of
at
a
all.
gun. Maybe I'd try finishing. I would garbage, just trash it up. But like the actual, that stuff's heavy. I thought I could pick up a sheet of 1/4-inch drywall, no problem, right? Ha! You got another thing coming.
1/4 inch only comes in 4x8.
I successfully drywalled my basement.
Do you know, it's heavy.
4x8? 1/4 inch?
It was super heavy.
God, you got, dude. What happened to the days when we were working
It was
out, man?
above- it was
Remember the
above my head,
tries?
though.
Remember the tries?
Give me a little break. Well, further you go.
No,
What do you want
dude.
to do tonight, Mike? 57,319 sets of preacher curls. Duh.
What is a preacher curl?
I don't know. It sounded right. Skull crushers. That's what it was, right?
Dude, I don't know. We were
Skull fuckers.
we were lifting in your parents' basement.
For a solid 4 days.
This is what would happen to Eric. I'd be like, all right, Eric, you ready to go out for the night? And he's like, yeah, I got a shower real quick. I'd be sitting in his parents' basement for, what,
Solid 45.
45?
Till
I'm
the,
like-
till the water went cold.
I was like, where the
you?
fuck is Eric at? Why is
Washcloth over
he
my
mu-
eyes.
He must have to take a shit or something. Motherfucker
Full
fell
on
asleep
hot.
in the shower.
Washcloth curled up in the bottom of the shower.
Motherfucker fell asleep in the
Washcloth
shower.
over my eyes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the most relaxing time you'll ever have in your life.
Do you do that at your personal house now?
No. 'Cause I shower in the morning before work. I don't have the time. I got a life now. I got to get up and do stuff.
Adulting.
I don't think that's called a life.
No, it's not. The life was before.
I'd fall asleep in a bath.
Yeah.
I haven't taken a bath since I was a kid, though.
Dude,
Let's
I
get
would-
something straight. I'm not a
I
bather.
tell you what, I would like
I'm a
to
shower.
I would take a bath right now. I would take a bath. I'd dump some Epsom salt in that, and I'd just
What
go
is
to
the Epsom salt thing? Is that just good for your skin?
I don't know.
never
It's supposed
used
to
it.
help
That's
with
what
your muscles
people
or
do. I think
something.
it's
I don't know.
muscles.
I think that's like a woman thing.
Yeah.
We got
That's
the
what
we got the jacuzzi tub. Jacuzzi cup.
Oh, don't ask
Cup of
Derek
tub.
about. Oh, don't tell Derek. Don't. I hope Derek don't listen to this part.
Derek
Jacuzzi.
and Jen are listening to it right now.
Well, they're gonna.
Oh,
tell,
shit,
He's
we're
gonna. He's
streaming.
gonna comment on this. He's gonna
Trouble.
tell you something about the jacuzzi tubs.
Oh shit.
What's he gonna tell us?
You know what he's found in there?
No, but I want to.
I don't know if you do.
I do.
I'll let him tell you because I can't remember what he told me.
I'm gonna pretend like
Pretty gross. It's like they get moldy.
Oh yeah, they
The-
shoot black shit out.
Yeah, they get
no.
real gross.
Ours is good for like 2 years, and then it just shoots black shit out now when
Yeah.
you want to use it. And it's like,
Ugh.
Yeah, and he turned me off against though. I was thinking.
yeah, I was all in it. I was like, oh yeah, I got like the 6-foot deep soaker in the basement where we did all that. And I was like, yeah, it might be kind of cool. Like, get done doing a hard, shitty day's worth of work. Come in there and
yeah.
just soak yourself. And
Oh yeah.
just bring a case of beer in there, set it outside, and just just some me time. Some me
yeah.
time.
I think
yeah.
Maybe
you
even
were
a
more
freaking
thinking
candle.
maybe 2 people in there, Mike. Let's be honest. Men buy a jacuzzi for one reason.
Yeah, no, that's the main reason.
Yeah.
Hey, if you got it, man.
Brownie points.
You got it for a reason.
Yeah, but
Proud
now
of
it's
you for that.
gross and it shoots black shit out. You got to like run it, drain it, and then use it.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of water and a lot of time. It's like
Yeah.
you're just standing out there for 30 minutes. Like, when's it gonna fill up? How long does it take? It's not that great.
There's style points still. They look cool.
I thought it was gonna be really cool, and it's not as cool as we thought.
But your basement's really cool.
It is. It's all right. It turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it
turned out
turned
really
out
good.
awesome.
Actually,
Yeah, it turned out awesome.
Our house gets better the lower you go. We did finish. We got all the cracks and stuff fixed on the
Yeah.
second floor. And we got a bathroom up there now that's
Well, I
done.
think you've had that for the cracks finished for a while because I think I came over and Stoner was going through and redoing everything, right?
Yeah, that was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
We were
So you've-
refinancing, so
And I
if you
know
don't
you
have
weren't-
anything finished, then it doesn't count. And the bathroom was OSB floor with the toilet in it.
Yeah.
Because I tore it apart on
That's where I
Valentine's Day.
remember seeing it.
Because we didn't have anything to do, and so I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to give my wife a Valentine's Day present. We're going to hammer out this bathroom real quick. And then we went back to work like 3 days later after we gutted it, And it took about 2 days of not having a toilet upstairs in the middle of the night if you got to piss. And you're like, no, fuck that. I'm putting a toilet back.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh man, just
And it stayed that way
you
for a
didn't even
year.
have a pipe to just shoot directly down, or
When I redid the foundation,
he's thinking about it. And he's like, well,
no, funny thing, when we redid the foundation and the wife and the kids took off for 2 weeks when we first started the project because it was like they're gonna have to. There's gonna be a time when there's no water. There's gonna be a time when there's no sewer. Something doesn't work
let's
out.
be
Just
honest,
get the hell
people
out of
can
here.
die.
Yeah,
There's a possibility
people could.
can
The
die.
house could just fall because
fall.
I was just figuring it out on my
Money
own.
pit.
I didn't want to see, his kids didn't need to see that.
Yeah, and I didn't have any plumbing, so I just pissed out my window. Mm-hmm.
It's your property, bro.
I
Yeah.
gotta be honest with you, man. That would be awesome to get up in the middle of the night and have to pee and just be able to hang it out the window. First off, to have the length to do so, you're an amazing human.
Oh well, I didn't say I didn't piss on the windowsill.
Okay. Okay. Now you're talking my style here. That's my love language. But
Yeah.
that would be great.
Yeah, no, it was all right. Aaron's the one that told me about it because he has a 2-story house and
Okay. So he went
Yeah.
off the. Oh, you did too.
well, yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, because your bedroom's upstairs.
but I had a bathroom up there and he didn't. So in the middle of the night, he would just piss out the window.
Which Aaron we talk about?
Not a bad idea.
Your coworker
Yeah.
or old Aaron?
What I've had a lot of old Aarons, but my coworker.
A lot of older.
How many old Aarons have you had?
It's a common name.
It is a common.
Frederick Gale?
I don't think Frederick Gale ever pissed out of the window. I don't know. Frederick Gale, if you're listening, go
Did you
ahead.
pee out the window?
Did you piss out the window? We need to know. Prying minds want to know.
You know, I've never pissed out a window.
Have you ever
No.
peed off a roof before?
Yes.
Oh, it's so liberating.
Yeah.
Especially if you're roofing that roof.
Oh, it's the best.
Especially if it's on the concrete.
I
'Cause
did
the
a rock
sound
roof
is
once
cool.
with tar. Oh,
Oh
hard work.
man, that's
when I was
stupid.
younger.
That's-
yeah,
That would
it was
be
dumb.
brutal, man.
Yeah, you were a lot dumber when you were younger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, let me work for labor ready real quick and make like $60 for 2 days of work.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Rocking and
But as long as what you wanted out of that 2 days of work only cost you $60, it was worth it, right?
I was on leave from the army and I had like, spare time, so I was getting paid, so I just wanted to stay busy.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, hey, keep them busy. You learn a little bit, and then
I learned.
and then you stay out of
Not to do
trouble.
that again.
That was the last time I ever rocked
Yep.
a roof. And the dude made food on the boiler for the fucking tar. He just had a pan and he fucking
Oh,
made
that's
beans and
great.
weenies on the damn thing.
That's fucking.
shit you
legit.
not.
Beans and what?
That's shit.
Beans and weenies?
Oh, really?
Yeah, just put a
He
pan
didn't,
on
even,
the.
he didn't even get you a good meal. Like, you didn't have, like, some carne asada. He was, like, chopping shit up on there.
Oh no, I didn't eat it, but I went out to lunch elsewhere. But I was like,
I
"Whoa, you
didn't
can
eat
cook
it.
on that thing if you have a
Like-
pan and some food in there.
You're like, nah, fuck it.
There you go.
I'm going to fucking Burger King. Fuck
Any
this
hot
shit.
surface."
Yeah. I've heard of people cooking tortillas on the intake of an engine.
Yeah.
You just fucking let that thing idle for a while, gets a little heat in there, and
Oh yeah.
you just warm your meal up.
Oh yeah.
It seems reasonable. I mean, why not?
Oh fuck yeah.
So
Let me think about all
I
the
might
jobs I
rather-
worked in my life. Holy shit.
I've worked at Sonic and I've been a dirty construction worker. That's all I've
it?
done.
That's
Yeah.
your only two?
It's only
Man,
two
I went
jobs.
through, 2 before I could drive, I think.
What's the weirdest job you worked? The most awkward, weirdest.
I don't I don't know if any of them were
Stripper?
that weird.
No.
I don't think any of them were that weird. I was just a crappy laborer.
Yeah.
I mean, KFC,
I've done
Earl
plenty of that.
May.
Earl May is cool.
Plumbing.
I love plants.
Yeah, Earl May was. It was
Landscaping.
actually Earl May was honestly that was probably my favorite job.
Is that where you learned how to drive a forklift?
You're damn right. I swear, I learned how to drive a forklift.
Oh yeah, that's good shit.
Learned how to do a couple burnouts.
Burn it.
Burnits. So you call them in a forklift. You call them burnits.
Oh man.
Get a heavy load and you can do a wheelie.
Oh dude.
Is that a reverse
Burnouts on that
wheelie?
stuff.
Just the tip. Sorry.
No, it's
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah.
Just the tip of the wheelie. That's
Just
all
the
that
tip of
matters.
the Bush light.
Eric, this one time he was helping me on a labor project, and then the Sark Tile building, we were putting up pallet racking. This is way
Oh,
back,
yeah.
early
wasn't that
Been there a
you and
long
AJ?
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soft top.
Or no?
Yeah, it was me and AJ and you, and
Yeah, I
I
thought so.
just got my new Makita drill. This was back before impacts and stuff like that. And
He said Give this puppy a whirl, Eric.
Yeah, I was like, hey, go ahead and run those
give it a
9/16 nuts in there and just fucking tighten that thing up. It didn't do any of that. It was just like, it flew out of his hand. Half a story
From
down on the
about
ground.
three levels of scaffolding down.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that's broken. Guess I'll be going to Home Depot in the morning.
Did you tape it up?
Oh,
tonight?
absolutely. We ran it with
Pretty
tape.
sure we
yeah.
ran it with tape that night.
Electrical taped it up, I think. Whatever we had in the truck just to get by.
Man, working nights doing that. That was the best.
That was fun. You
was
showed
so
me.
fun.
You showed me how to be a good forklift operator. You could get the things that wouldn't go through the door because they were way too wide,
Yeah.
and you did this weird little finagle thing, and
Finagle.
you wiggled it right in there, and then you turned really sharp and did a burnout. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa! I want to get paid.
Oh,
But
forklifts are great.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
One time we recovered a deer towing one of my drivers when I was supervisor at AAA. His name Ryan. We were just talking about this. Hit a deer with one of our new Dodge Ram wreckers.
Yeah.
And took it out of commission. You know, cracked the radiator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
Dodge
awesome.
Ram.
Yeah.
First, let me just throw this out there too. First generation 2012 DEF system had the most fucking problems I've ever seen in my fucking life. The repair file was like this.
Never get a first generation. Never.
Yep. But anyways, yeah, we took the deer and he took it and made deer jerky.
Hey,
Fuck
you gotta
yeah.
put it to use, man. The only thing I ever hit in a tow truck, and I still remember, still cringe to this day, was I hit a freaking dog, man.
Aw.
That thing just barreled right out into the middle of 48th.
You
I
can't-
literally, there
well,
was
you couldn't do
nothing
anything.
I could
You gotta
do.
remember
It was
that.
Loaded. Nothing. I slammed
Oh,
the
fuck.
brakes. And,
Were you in a wheel lift or a flatbed?
no, yeah, just a standard issue truck. It's not a flatbed. Yeah, it was
Okay.
and I had a car in the back
Cool.
on dollies. And it
So if you stop too
jumped off
fast,
the
you don't have
dog.
your safety chains. That thing could roll up.
Safety chains. What are
All
those?
right.
Right. Oh, speaking of which,
Hold on.
nobody uses those.
I know.
Jason, what's up?
Holy crap. What's up?
Hey, you're on a podcast right now live. You're not live, actually. It'll be edited. So if this doesn't work out,
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
take it or leave it.
So you know Eric Barons, who works out at Duncan?
Yeah.
He's over here drinking.
I work with your boy.
He's over here drinking a Coors Light, and it turns out your boy left you to go work at Duncan.
Yeah. No, my youngest kid.
Oh, it's not Blake.
It's not Blake. No.
Okay, all right. Because I was gonna have to have words with Blake, and so I needed his phone number so I could call him. But
No. Carson. My
Carson.
youngest kid.
Carson. Okay, because he doesn't have uniforms yet. I wasn't sure his name.
gotcha.
Say what?
He didn't know who it was. He just knew it was a stoner.
I didn't know his name. Yep. Just I knew it was one of his kids, so I didn't know.
He's even no. Actually, I think he goes more than Blake, but he doesn't want to do drywall. He's lazy, but he goes out to Duncan and does drywall. I don't understand that.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to do drywall. How's the drywall industry treating you?
It's actually not bad. I'm like super busy. Why? How?
Bunch of apartments.
You've been super busy for 7 years, and you always bitch about drywall.
It sucks.
It's because he's the Bob Ross of drywall, dude. That's why he's busy.
Probably
Yeah.
good at, yeah,
He's the
good at it.
freaking Bob Ross of
He's
drywall.
good at drywall. This is my drywall guy, Jason Stoner. Jason, say hi to everybody.
He
What's
would
up,
be my
Jason?
drywall guy if he wasn't busy
Good to
all the
meet you.
time.
Hey, he did.
He
did your
did.
can
He did a
lights.
damn good job at my house. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yep.
Some recess lights.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah,
we're
he
doing a
did fix all the
podcast right now,
trenching in the
and Eric was
bathroom.
over here talking
Damn
about
good
you.
job.
So we
Sweet.
figured
Texture
I'd
is
call you
awesome.
and
He
try
does
it.
really good texture.
Nice.
So you just randomly, like, we're doing a whatever you call that, a podcast, and you wanted to call me.
Yeah, dude, we love you. You
Yeah.
never show up anymore.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
You're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I've been working in Beatrice for the last 13 days. It's horrible. Maybe I shouldn't say
Beat
this
rice.
on this podcast.
Well, I thought you said
rice.
that the
Yeah, old beet rice.
drywall was doing really
People
good.
call it beat rice. They're from out of town.
No,
Yeah.
it's doing good, but it really sucks when you have to deal with electricians and stuff.
Why? Because they throw all their crap on the ground and never pick up after themselves?
No, but they just keep making patches. Like, you think you're going to be done?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then they make patches this big.
Yeah,
That's
they're
the
just-
best, a little 2x2 patch.
Then here comes the painters.
Yeah.
Those damn drywallers.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Oh,
It's what is that Eric Barron's?
that's.
Is he? I got a question for him.
Okay, ask away.
What's up?
How many hours a week you working out there at Duncan?
We're working probably on an average about 50.
Are you?
Yeah, this last
gotta
check I
work
did
tomorrow?
45 a week.
Good
You
shit.
got to work tomorrow?
No, I don't work tomorrow. No.
He's the boss. He doesn't have to work.
Oh, yeah.
Big boat.
They're pretty laid back about the overtime. That you kind of pick and choose when you work it.
No, you know Dylan, right?
Oh yeah, I know Dylan. Yeah, I work with him every day.
Yeah, he says it's like a 6-7 day operation out there.
Well, it is. It can be. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's never been as busy where we're at.
yeah.
So you work whatever you want, as long as
He's
you
like
want.
retarded. Oh God, this isn't good. I feel like I'm already busting this up.
No, it's perfect.
No, he's like so retarded because he's always asking me to go hang drywall, and then he'll like show up at 9 o'clock at night. I feel like Mike used to do retarded shit like this.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
retarded shit all the time.
Dylan.
Like
Dylan's
show
a
up at 9
workaholic,
o'clock at
man.
night.
Dylan, that's all he does is work.
Yeah, I was so retarded that I would go hang drywall and finish it at night instead of hang out with my family. That's how retarded I am.
Yeah. What was that one
Life
picture?
of a business owner.
You should put that on your podcast.
It
Wasn't that
is.
like
Grinding.
a Mr. Hooey thing. You were like,
Oh, fucking Mr. Hooey's. Yeah, I'll put the picture up where I was on a triple stack of. Were we on Perry or were we on full scaffold? I don't remember. We couldn't quite
don't
reach
remember.
enough, so I put my bench on top of that.
yeah, and I think it was like 3:30 in the morning. You sent it to
This
me.
guy's a genius.
Yeah, it was 3:30 in the morning. Me, Zach, and Gene.
Mr. Who's that on 70th and Pioneers?
33rd and Cornscrew.
Yeah, Mr. Hooey's one, the original one. Yeah,
Oh,
we were
okay.
over there hanging the firewall I didn't have any time to do it. Got done hanging out with the family. Zach's like, I want to go hang drywall with you. I was like, you're retarded. Let's go. And then Gene worked with me at the time. So, yeah, we went and hung drywall at night. And I think we
Yeah.
got there at 10 or whatever after everything closed.
Yeah.
Got done hanging a sheetrock. Gene or Zach ran across to the gas station, bought a fucking 12-pack of Modelo's or something like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, you're lying right there. It couldn't have been 3:30 in the morning because don't they quit selling beer at like 1 or something? No, I don't know.
I think it was a 24-hour gas station.
Yeah, but they can't sell beer all
When?
night.
Yes,
Certain ones on certain highways can.
They can?
Yeah, it depends where location is.
At all times
Plus, they changed the laws
Do
recently.
you remember when you couldn't buy
I don't
beer?
know how that works. I really don't.
You
Sunday?
couldn't buy it on Sunday, right? Or like
Yeah.
Sunday morning or something.
Yeah, my dad used to go off out of town to buy off sale when I was a kid.
Really?
Come on.
So-
No, run into my
And by the
classmates.
time he got
Embarrassed.
back, he could have bought it.
Can
That's
you
my
hear-
dad, Mark
Can you
Burger.
hear what's going
Yeah.
on, Stoner?
I can hear you. I can kind of hear a bunch of mumbling back there.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to figure out a technique for taking calls so everybody can hear. But this is our first time taking a phone call on a podcast, so
Oh no, I'm not the first idiot that you did this.
oh, you absolutely are, and you didn't answer twice. You made us look stupid.
Well, I was putting some burgers on the grill because I was like,
Oh,
really
yeah.
hungry.
Nice, dude.
You're not eating Casey's chicken wings?
Oh.
No,
I
I
thought
was
he lost
actually gonna like grill burgers tonight because I was like super hungry because I've been like really going. I don't know.
Is Blake still living with you?
Yeah.
Get Blake on the phone. We need to talk to him.
He ain't here.
Oh, what a fucking loser.
Yeah, he left. He went to
Something going on.
I think he told me Raymond.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on at Raymond tonight, but hey, do you remember the time at Home Depot when you called me a homo and you screamed it really loud in Home Depot and I was like, I'm going to keep walking? That's got to be somebody I know. I'm just going to ignore it.
Yeah.
All right, Stoner.
All right, I'll leave you alone.
We're going to let you go, but you added a little bit to the podcast, I think. This is our first phone call on a podcast, so We'll cut some of it in. You're
Do
gonna
not put me on. I'm
be
like the
fucking
worst.
famous, internet famous.
No, I don't want to be famous.
It's too late.
Infamous.
It's too infamous. Yeah. All right, later. Oh, he's fucking funny as shit.
Interesting. How old are your kids,
Hold on,
Mike?
let me think. 13, 12, and 9. Got that. I nailed it. I didn't even.
Close together.
I didn't
You
even
got kids?
freaking.
Rattled off. Yeah, I got one.
One?
Yeah, he'll be 5 in
2.
less. Couple weeks he'll be 5. Yeah.
No, it's the greatest thing being a dad, I swear. Like, sometimes it's, challenging, but,
It's always challenging, right?
It's-
I mean, every
I think.
single day there's a little bit of a challenge somewhere in there.
If there wasn't
Yeah.
a challenge for any of it, then like I don't know. I find it, like challenges are where I grow or where like
Yep.
I find enjoyment in
Absolutely.
life. So
Absolutely.
it's like if you just sit on the couch or you're just in a mundane type situation, you don't really like you don't feel anything. It's just like the same kind of just I'm just going through life.
Yeah.
Do. So
Challenge
I don't know.
yourself.
I like the aspect of all of it, and
Absolutely.
it's
I could agree in other aspects, like challenging yourself to a project, that might seem impossible.
well, I'm a weirdo too. Like I'm the complete like I once I have something in my mind, I can't quit. So like I will not quit until it's done. And Eric can probably vouch for that for like
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
birthday
gonna lie,
cruise
I was
projects and
sitting
stuff like
in
that.
bay with him when he decided to put a 6-speed in his Chevelle, and he got a frickin' sawzall out and cut a hole in the bottom of the floor. That night, right there.
Well, it
I would
wouldn't
have put a
fit.
6-speed in this, Eric. Just started cutting stuff, and I was like, "You're cutting the floor of your car out." I don't know if you know
Well,
that.
you can't do anything if you don't start doing something.
I said, "Are you not a little nervous to cut a hole in the floor?" He's like,
Got to do it.
"No."
Well, I had it in my head I was going to do a 6-speed because fuck automatics, especially with that 283. It was a gutless hog, so you need to have a 6-speed in there or some sort of manual. And if I'm going to do it, I might as well do a 6-speed, right? I got a good deal on it.
Yeah, I mean, it
gotta-
was fairly random. It was, I want a 6-speed. Where's my sawzall?
Did you guys record that?
And it worked.
All
But
of it?
No, it would have been.
Is it out there, or
That's a true
Oh,
story.
can I
though.
pull it up and watch
Oh
it?
no!
but that is
Back
a
then,
true
yeah, that was like
story.
2015 probably.
Oh, okay.
Almost nailed it right on. Just took a little ball peen to the backside, I think, if I remember right. Kind of
They
made a
wouldn't-
little bit more room.
They
But
wouldn't have fit.
And that car, cutting a hole in that car.
yeah, he just started chopping it up.
Yep.
That was my.
Well, you know what you were doing. I take it.
No,
I mean,
he didn't.
or you had an idea.
He just started. That's what I'm
Like, hey,
saying.
we'll weld
he
later if we
started
have
cutting
to.
the hole, and he said, "We're gonna make this sumbitch fit."
I'm gonna get my flux core welder out
Yep.
and I'm gonna throw some fucking boogers on this and it's gonna be good. And then I ended up trying to weld like
That's
stitch
Mike.
an
He's-
inch thing in there.
he
to
said,
fill
"I
it
don't
all in.
care."
And I
He
said,
went-
no, fuck that. I went and got a piece of sheet metal at Menards and like bent it over my knee in a 5-gallon bucket. It was like that's pretty close to the right, arch for everything. And it welded
Bird
it
turned
in.
it up.
Yeah, bird turned it up, hot glued it together, and
Didn't you go buy a damn drill press to make a supercharger fit on an engine it wasn't supposed to, too?
I had the drill press, but yeah. I went and bought a non-ferrous metal blade for my table saw and ran the chunks of aluminum through the table saw to get the right angle for the plate that fits under between the supercharger and the cathedral port heads on the supercharger.
Holy
that's on
shit.
Yeah, no, I'm a fucking weirdo.
Did it work? Did it work cutting it though? I mean,
It worked awesome. It worked
I
awesome.
have a feeling you knew it would work.
I don't think
Or you
he
had an
knows
idea.
anything.
I have a feeling he
No,
had an idea.
I had no idea it was
He's
going
like,
to work.
I'm
I was
just gonna
like,
start
I was
cutting
like,
something.
I have an idea, and I think it's going to work. And so once I have that idea in my head, then it's like, fuck yeah, dude, let's try it. If it doesn't work, yeah, I'm going to be out $70 in aluminum if it's just a complete shit show or whatever. I made adapter plates out of a piece of like 1x6 wood, basically, just to mock it up,
Yeah.
see if it would work. I'm a wood guy, so I work with wood. I'm not a metal guy. I'm a dirty construction worker. So used the tools I had in order to try to make it. It worked with the wood. Everything seemed like it lined up right. All the holes were closed up, so everything would flow and go into the heads the way they were supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, did it with wood, let's do it with aluminum. Turns out aluminum's a lot harder to work with than wood. I wouldn't have thought it. Wouldn't
Who'd have
it.
thunk?
I know
Yeah.
welding it for sure.
Yeah, I've never welded wood before.
No, I mean, not compared to what.
Yeah.
Yeah, aluminum and other metals.
Yeah, no, I finally stepped it up. I grew up. I got a welder. That was what came out of the
Duramax,
the
right?
Duramax crash. So Got the Everlast IGBT. It's not an LGBT
Is it an
inverter.
LGBT plus? Is there a plus on that, or?
It's
should
a
give this-
lowercase L GBT
You should give it a
inverter.
microphone.
Yeah.
Join the podcast.
Yeah.
So it's able to MIG, TIG. It'll do TIG aluminum also. That was the one thing I wanted. I wanted a machine that'll do it all. And then I had Taz on last week or whatever.
Oh, you did?
And he's like, oh, never get an all-in-one processor. Because when one of them breaks, it takes down the whole processor. It's like, well, thanks, Taz. That would have been nice.
Should have
to
made
know.
one
Yeah.
little phone call for you about
Yeah.
that.
Well, Zach told me, he goes, no, don't get two separate units. And I was like, no, I want one unit. I want it to take up a small spot. I don't want to have, the shop may look big on the internet, but it's not. It's a 2-car garage basically with a paint booth on the side. So it's a 3-car garage. But
It's a shop.
I don't have room for multiple welders and all that
Right.
shit. So it was like, I want a compact unit, as compact as it can be, and just learn how to weld with it. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to TIG weld. So that's my next big thing.
I welded for Kawasaki, and I failed the weld test. They put me on the weld line, and I was running the weld machines. So when anybody asked me, I was like, yeah, I weld for Kawasaki.
All those bikes that broke, that was you.
Swing arm broke off my bike the
Nah,
other
bro.
day.
We only made ATVs, and that was recently.
Oh,
Any of those
shit.
bikes. No. But yeah, no. They want young blood out there.
The wife
Just
used to
saying.
work for ASI for a short period, about 6 months, and she was out at Kawasaki. So she was the one running all their short-term or whatever help. And
Yuck.
they
That'd be tough.
They had to
Yeah,
let a lady
it would,
go
man.
who no-showed, and about 3.5 months later, in the paper, the lady is suing my wife by name in Kawasaki for racism because she was at her 3 strikes, but her nephew, second nephew, whatever, I don't know the details of it. Don't quote me on that. You know what? Fuck it, quote me on it. Whatever, got shot and killed in Chicago, and so she had to go up to fucking to the funeral. And you're like, well, you're out of strikes. That's not immediate family, so
And it doesn't matter.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, she came back.
But
to
that
work
worked
on
out well
Monday.
for her.
Yeah, she works at Speedway now.
Did they let her go because of that?
Well, she was 3 strikes. Rules are rules.
Oh, you're talking about the lady. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
They didn't know. No.
Oh,
She
oh,
didn't
oh,
even
oh.
work there anymore. She had quit working there.
She just didn't want to deal with it, so she's like, I'm out.
No,
Your
no,
wife.
no. She dealt with it, dealt with all the
Oh.
shit. The lady escorted her out, kicked her out, or whatever, and then she quit working there because she was like, I can't deal with the shit. There's too much shit
Yeah,
going
there's
on.
a lot of shit.
And so she's like, I'm done, can't work there. And
You're
then,
talking
like,
about the ASI office over there
yeah,
and Kawasaki.
yeah. She worked in there, and she was. She goes, yeah, I'm done. And then like 3 months later, after she quit working there, it was like, oh hey, by the way, you're being sued now.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I was like, I want to sue this bitch for defamation of character.
Yeah, for sure.
But then, of
What
course,
would you get?
You can't get blood out of a turnip.
You get some. I don't know what-
What are you gonna fucking
Give me
get?
whatever's in your fridge.
Hey, if you got Kawasaki behind you, you ain't gotta worry about it.
But I mean, what are you gonna do? You're
That's
gonna,
foreign soil over there.
You're gonna sue somebody for defamation of character that's working in a staffing agency? They ain't got nothing. they ain't gonna fucking.
waste of time. Spend
Yeah.
more money, right?
So.
Did it stress her out at all? I just gotta ask though.
Oh, she fucking hated that job, dude. She was constantly like every
She's like,
day.
Mike, that's why I quit.
And I was like, man, you're making pretty good money. I was thinking about being a fucking house dad. But I was like, you almost had it. You were this close.
You're gonna keep up that overtime.
You were like 2.25 raises away from me just fucking full on retiring. This is going to be
What are you
awesome.
doing, Mike? I'm
Yeah.
done working. Didn't tell
Yeah,
you?
yeah, no, I just fucking, wake the kids up, take them to school, come out in the garage, hang out, fucking pick them up from school, and it'd be a great fucking life.
Yeah, but you gotta do laundry. Gotta get laundry in there.
That's true, yeah.
Gotta go shopping.
Yeah, that would have been bad too.
And it would have definitely thrown your coffee poop schedule way off.
It's true.
Let's throw it out
It's
there.
true. It would have fucked
It
that
would've
up
thrown
big
that
time.
way
Yeah,
off.
that would have been messed up.
Kid be on the
Yeah.
crapper, you'd have to drag him off by the hair.
Yeah, no,
so
it would
you
have been
could get in there.
terrible. I'd be like, oh shit, I got to take the kids to school, but I'm going to shit.
I gotta poop, dude.
Yeah, what am I going to do?
Boys, get in the truck. Dad's gotta poop.
Driving car trouble.
Yeah.
Calling the office on the way. We had to take a crap.
Yeah, Dad
Boys
had
gonna be a
Nostrils
little late.
plugged up.
Dad had to pull over and shit on the side of 70th and fucking Vine. Yeah, it would have been bad. It
In the
would've been
bucket
real
with a
bad.
liner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still kind of blows their mind that people poop in 5-gallon buckets.
Well, hey, that's a real deal.
I mean,
it
hey,
happens.
life calls.
I've witnessed it.
I've never done that, but hey.
I might have done it. Witnessed
If I did,
it.
I would use a liner and toilet paper. Maybe some Hua wipes.
Yes.
Some man wipes.
Gotta bring the
Dude-
dude
dude
wipes.
wipes.
Gotta
Dude
bring
wipes,
the
yes,
dude
I couldn't
wipes,
remember what
dude.
they're called.
I can't believe I
No, in
used
the army,
it.
they used to call them Hua wipes.
Really?
Hua, like Hua. All right, so Marine Corps would say hoorah, so like the Army would say Hua, and then it was an acronym for heard, understood, acknowledged. So when your superiors tell you something, you say Hua real quick. It's a quick response. Moving on, but you go to PX or whatever on base, and they sold fucking ass wipes. They were called Hua wipes. Hua, and the Hua thing was supposed to be something tough, like to.
Yeah, you got a
challenge
hard
Marine
turd. I
Corps.
get it. You got to go, huh.
Yeah. But Marine Corps is hoorah. I don't know if that was an acronym. I wasn't in the Marines, but
Hurrah.
I remember we'd battle them and shit.
I'll ask Aaron on Monday. Well, I won't be here on Monday, so I won't ask him, but I'll ask him next time I see him.
Which will be like next Monday, after next Monday. What's he gonna do while you're gone? Is he gonna keep the ball rolling?
I'm going to work on my cell phone from Minnesota.
Like usual?
Yeah. So I'll work a little bit in the morning, get him started. We actually got the job I was planning on having him do, ran into issues with it, so that's shit canned. So I'm like, oh, great, what am I going to fucking do? Randomly got an email Wednesday, I think, probably. Hey, we'd like to get you on the schedule to finish up this job. You know, you guys have done this, 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 and this. We're going to go ahead and do the last bit of it in the next week or two. And I'm like, well, first of all, you can't message me and say in the next week or two because we're always fucking booked. Like we're
Gotta
two
plan.
2 to 3 months out, no matter what. And I'm like,
Damn, I was trying to have him seal my front door up like next week.
Eric, I still need to do some earthwork for you. my truck was tore down at that point.
I got it. It's.
Oh, you got it done?
Yeah, you're good,
Does he
man.
come over
You're
and
good.
take care of it?
No,
No.
no.
You got out there with a shovel?
I got it through. No, I can't back that up. No, my buddy from work, Stoner was talking about Dylan came over. He has a Kubota.
Okay, well, good, because I was going
Went
to
and
call
ironed
you.
it out.
I was going to talk to you about this. I was going to apologize.
You don't need to apologize. You're busy. You had stuff going on.
I
It's all
wasn't
good.
actually going to.
I never have hurt feelings.
Good. That's good.
Is that your OG bike from back in the day?
That was my OG bike from.
Holy shit.
It was probably. He was 16 years old. 15, 16.
The skateboards too?
The Tony Hawk board was from junior high. The
Holy
cross country.
shit.
The cross country
Yeah,
coach.
you were cross country.
He apparently that is supposedly autographed by Tony Hawk. I had it hanging up in my room. I bought it from him.
Damn.
Because I was in skateboarding in junior high, and the Sharpie is like completely faded away, and you can't see it anymore. And because I left it in my room, like where the sun just ate the Sharpie away the whole time, and I was like, I thought about messaging Tony Hawk and be like, hey, if I send you this board, can you re-sign it?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that board, right?
You remember that board when you came to Lincoln, Nebraska in like 93 or whatever? He's had it for a long time before, and he knew I was into skateboarding or whatever, and we were bullshitting about it. He's like, oh, I got a Tony Hawk signature board. And I was like,
Keep it. You
I
never know.
want that. I fucking want that. And then I hung it up in my room. I screwed it to the wall, and like the sun just bleached the fucking Sharpie
Nice.
off of it.
That's the old school too. I forget what
Yeah.
they call them though. The square tail with the
Dude, I have no fucking clue.
ponytail.
I
They
wasn't
used to
that
have a
big into
name for it, yeah.
skateboarding.
No, I was a member of Lincoln Skaters Association years ago. We got the first 3 skate parks built. Scott Stovall was another member.
Mm-hmm.
And we got, with Phil, the owner of Precision, we got a nice fucking skate show set up. I want to say through CTS, this old school skateboard magazine back in the day.
CCS.
CCS, yeah.
Yeah, that was where I
Yeah.
bought my first Powell deck.
Yeah.
From. Yeah, fuck yeah.
And that was back when, Precision had the old school shop on O Street, sold lowrider bike parts too. But I used to skateboard.
I remember going in there
back in the day, and then life happens. You move on. But
so if I were to show you this picture, come on, phone.
oh shit.
Okay, it doesn't. Oh, there it turned. The guy in the polka dot bow tie. Who would you say that was? Yeah, it's not. It's and then
like him.
The other guy looks like my buddy Zach.
Oh,
And
wow.
so this
Where'd
was
you
just,
find it?
I don't know. This is some random picture when I first got Facebook. I was just like Google searching weird stuff. I had one for Justin Neal and like his girlfriend where she was pregnant and they both had shirts off.
Oh,
What do they call them? Doppelgangers?
Yeah.
Like,
and
with
so
legs?
that just popped up literally yesterday. And it was like 10 years ago you posted. It was like, this is my first post on Facebook. And it was fucking.
that was?
Yeah, it was within reason, 1 or 2 posts
Yeah.
or whatever. But it was Scott Stovall and Zach Raditz, and it's neither one of them. But it looks fucking like it could have been them in the 70s. with
Stripping him out. He's
Yeah.
like, what the?
I don't remember taking that picture.
God damn it! I gotta find that one of Justin Neal now. He'll fucking like it.
I've been at a gas station like this. Some random dude's like, "Hey, Justin." I'm like,
No, I'm not Justin. Who the fuck are you?
I'm not this guy you think I am. Do I have to take off my sunglasses?
Dude, I was on a plane ride. We were going down to Florida for, I forget what it was, a wedding or something like that. And we were on a plane ride, and just this drunk fucking 50-something-year-old cougar was like sitting next to me. So I mean, it wasn't terrible, but she's like, "You look just like this guy that my daughter started making me watch on TV." And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know. It's not me. I can guarantee you, I'm not on TV. And it was the what the fuck was that show? The Canadian dudes. They're like hick Canadian guys. I don't know what the fuck it is. But it's I don't know why I brought the story up because I don't know the
Because the
story.
cougar. on the
Yeah, but
plane.
I don't know the end of the story.
Plain
So.
cougar.
But you're like, hey, I'm not that guy.
And she's like, "No, you look. Let me take
I'm
pictures
not
of
the
you." And I'm like,
doppelganger.
I'm not the doppelganger.
If you were thrown back because she was so adamant you had to be him.
"Yeah, what the fuck is that show?" It'll come to me like at
Kinda-
3:30 in
I
the
think
morning.
I know what you're talking about. I know.
And
One of those things.
yeah, I don't know.
Married with
Fucking-
children.
Remember this?
The League
Yeah, it
of
was
Extraordinary
super-
Gentlemen.
super fucking awkward. I was like, "No, yeah, I don't know you. I'm not that guy. I'm just
I
a
know, it's
regular
like
dirtball."
2.5 men.
situation. You're like, ugh.
That was it.
I wish I was that guy.
Yeah, I wish I was that guy.
Maybe I was that guy on TV, but I'm not. So
What the fuck
just
was
saying.
that show? They were really like monotone, like, "Hey man, what are you doing tonight? Hey, well, I got a joke for you." What the fuck? It's gonna come to me. It's gonna be one of those things where
sounds familiar.
I cut it out, and then this won't make the internet. But
You should keep it on the back burner.
yeah, just in case, bloopers.
Bloopers. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. I did do a
They're the
blooper
best.
reel, although not Zach, Spike told me, he's like, blooper reels are gay, don't do those.
It sounds naughty. A blooper reel.
They're only funny if you're there. I feel
Yes,
like.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's
And
my
then-
problem
like a
with the
backfire.
podcast. When I watch a podcast, I don't think the podcasts are funny because I was there at the thing. Like, I mean, you haven't been to a lot of the stuff that I've been. Like,
Yeah.
we were decent friends, pretty good friends in junior high, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe a little bit in high school, but like we didn't hang out a ton in high school. And then like you watch all the podcasts
Oh yeah.
or fall asleep to them. And
No. I fall asleep to the ones after.
oh, okay, good.
fall asleep.
You know,
to
go to
those.
playlist.
Specifically watch
I'm like,
all of
God
them,
damn it,
yeah.
YouTube, you haven't got it right yet.
And yeah,
I know, right?
you should have put one on one of the fucking FTP Speed Shop ones up. But
I do.
like, what the fuck are we talking about? God damn it!
So I'm falling
trying to do
asleep
two
the
things
speech.
at once.
No, so
I'm
when
trying to find
So
the-
when I got here earlier, I was like, "Hey, Mike, I'm a big fan. I watched the podcast, and I'll put it on at night when I get home because I'm never home. I am so fucking busy with all kinds of different weird. I'm always trying to make extra money because it's so hard to survive in this fucking society. But
Heard
when
that
I
shit.
do get home and it's time to tone down. I put the FTP Speed Shop on, but then what comes on after that is the boring shit. And that's the shit I fall asleep to.
Hell yeah.
So I don't think Mike heard me.
Yeah, no,
FTP Speed Shop
it's. Oh wow, that was.
Fucking, I'm going through
That
my
was
Facebook.
at Southwest 27th and West South.
That was
right
at
there in
that was at those
clubhouse.
apartments.
Shit.
Yep.
Oh,
I
there's
actually did the insulation
there's me
there.
there's
You
me
did?
kicking
I
a
did
hole
the
in my brother's
insulation there.
drywall.
For national insulation back in the day.
You did?
Now they're Nebraska building products.
Ah, damn, that was just photos of me. I was in the
my
wrong
buddy,
part on
you
Facebook.
You remember Tim Hain back in the day.
Yeah, Tim.
He still works for them.
What's Tim up to? I haven't seen
He
him.
still works for Nebraska Building Products. He's been there since high school while they were national insulation. I was working there back in the day. His brother was working, so he's getting all the good, easy blow-in jobs, like the blow-in insulation, you know. And then they'd stick me with the, what do I want to call it, the throwaway crew. But I learned how to lay bat like quicker than no other. But I just wasn't making good enough money. I had to leave. But those apartments, I did the insulation.
That's funny, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I think about
Okay,
all
so
that
I
stuff.
take
They were
everything
pretty
back.
neat, too, when I-
So this was my 27th post on Facebook. This is the one I tagged Justin Neal in.
It's like the.
Yeah.
That's like supposed to be like an intimate.
And then I tagged Jeff Barons in this one.
Oh!
They don't look happy.
Yeah, and then
You got
so
Damn it.
this is 27, 28, 29. This is my
That
29th
is so
post.
good, man.
Scott Stovall, don't hate us.
Was I in any of those or what?
I tagged Jason Lubkin in this one. Not
Black
that much.
holes are out of
Like
sight.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah,
Kinda
and
does,
that was
yeah.
it. And then the next one was
Where's-
Tamakis.
where's it-
Tamakis, don't back down, which isn't anything.
Where's mine?
I didn't have one for you. I guess I had too much respect for you, maybe.
You'll find one of me.
Definitely an easy way to make fun of me.
That's good shit.
Yeah. So
You're gonna make me do that. Go find.
I lied.
But how funny is that? Googling that? Would you just Google?
Oh, and that was back when Google was shitty.
But did
Yeah.
you use a photo and then like tried to, you know how you can search a photo and see? What
No,
that
I
photo's
just
about?
literally just was
Just
Google
searching.
searching like weird pictures or something, and then I was like,
Just
that
came
looks like
up.
somebody I know.
Randomly.
Oh my god, I gotta tag
Interesting.
this because I thought it was a joke. I was just using Facebook as a joke. I
kinda
didn't
use
even
those,
understand
too.
what it was.
It was.
They use them
Yeah.
too, like those old '80s style, like portraits.
Oh yeah.
Like the old '80s.
Did you
shit.
guys
They
have
make fun
to
of that
go
shit
with your
these days.
family and go to like Sears
Couple times.
or J.C. Penney's or
Old
whatever
Mill,
the fuck,
Old Mills.
and do the fucking like backdrop behind you where they go and they pull the stars down, or they go here's the
whichever
brown
one.
one or here's the green one, and then it was
No.
whatever worked good
Genius.
with your
School
photos.
pictures, I feel like.
It was like school pictures,
Yeah.
but it was family pictures, and there was just like it was
telling
always around the holidays, and
Yeah.
like every single family was standing in line with their turtleneck fucking sweaters on. and-
It's like a Old Mills, dude. We did a few with those. I don't know. It must have been a company.
Oh, the Old Mills is.
Somebody text and say, "Hey, what happened to Old Mills? Let us know."
Yeah, that was a school photo company, wasn't it?
At one time, yeah. Whoever had the contract.
That was the one that was doing go around,
That
and
was
they
the-
had like the
Old.
the atmospheric like stars and like Saturn belts are in the background or
Some
whatever.
look like colored cotton.
I would
yeah.
probably, I
Oh
would,
yeah.
You
Like
remember?
cotton candy.
Yeah.
I'd probably wear MC Hammer pants to it.
Fourth grade.
Or
Lock it up.
Jinkos. Jinkos.
Jinkos, you're damn right. All the
Oh,
way from
fucking
junior
Jinkos
high.
were pure junior high, man.
Oh, dude.
Fuck.
I had the
Let me
black
just mop the floor real
pants.
quick.
Yeah. We had
And
the
then, of
fucking
course, your socks went right up to where your jean shorts stopped.
I probably would have had more dates if I never wore Jinkos.
I say it
Growing up.
it wouldn't have helped me.
No, that didn't help.
It wouldn't.
I don't think it
Grumpy.
wouldn't have helped either one of us. I think
No.
we were just.
Fuck.
Wouldn't have helped me. No.
I'm gonna be careful what I say.
Wouldn't have mattered what I wore. I was
I'd be
invisible.
more dissing myself than
Yeah.
anybody. Man.
It's good times, man.
I can't believe they built a tunnel at Goodrich.
Going to Goodrich,
I'm like,
yeah.
"Wait, yeah, okay, there's a camera, but y'all are asking for trouble if that camera doesn't work.
It's a fucking green machine.
The green machine.
Yeah, well, fuck. The green machine was just like the
Seasick Bob.
Seasick Bob. Yeah, I got to get those guys.
Oh
on
shit,
here.
Jesse O'Hare.
Yeah, fucking Brad.
I don't even know
and-
where. His dad was a good carpenter. He built that house Jesse grew up in.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I was like taken back by that house. Like all the other houses were cookie cutter, like
And then he had this weird, like, huge,
loft.
like, walkway loft above the garage. It was actually a lot like the neighbor's house across the way, but it was like cedar paneling or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just it was super cool.
Yeah, it was.
And that was
very
like the
cool.
hangout. He didn't give a fuck. That was like
Yeah.
the hangout. They'd go up there and jam. They had fucking jam
Brad
sessions
Kindler.
up there.
That's what his name was. Brad Kindler.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh god, they were like your grade. Brad
Yeah.
Kindler, Jesse O'Hare.
Jesse O'Hare, Brad Kindler.
I was wearing like a Foo Fighters shirt in shop class.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had
Jesse's
Rage Against the
talking
Machine fucking shirt. That was fuck. Now they're on Rage on the behalf of the Machine. They totally switched it up.
Dude,
They
perfect.
totally switched
Love
it
it.
up.
Cypress Hill took over.
But yeah, that was old school shit. Like that was you didn't go to fucking Goodrich,
No.
but you knew Derek. Well, you knew Derek in high school probably.
Well, yeah, from Lincoln High. I met all the Goodrich guys at Lincoln High.
That was like right where Derek Turner, all of them lived somewhere around there. Richard
Yep.
Wilshire and
And Noonan.
all those guys. Noonan lived.
Derek?
Derek Noonan lived right over by
remember Derek Noonan.
Vale. He lived on Vale Street, so I was like, dude, we live on the same street. That's so fucking cool. But we were like 11 blocks away from each other.
That was
Yeah.
my buddy's cousin growing up. That's how I know him. There's another dude. Derek Noonan races cars, doesn't he?
Does he still race, or did he get
Well,
rid of all that?
Oh
I
shit!
don't-
Yeah, he's Luke Fander's cousin. I remember now.
Yeah, and I don't
that's
know
how I
if Derek's racing or if he's kind of. I think he's invested in his kids more or
Is
less
it?
racing
Yeah,
like cage
yeah.
cars and something like that. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
I
haven't
see
talked to
G
Derek
bodies
for a while.
cut up in the race cars. It breaks my heart, dude.
Yeah, so speaking of G bodies, I have that on my list of things I was going to talk about. Do you still got a G body?
I had a 1980 Cutlass Supreme sold just over a year ago, and it was nice. I'll send you a picture if you want.
White
to put
one?
it. White.
Yep,
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
seeing that.
Got it for $650 from a guy in Seward. I already had a comp cam, and it was a Chevy 305 in it. But it was a father-son build. They let it go to shit. He had a nicer classic Chevy truck, so they let that go to shit. And then this guy was in an accident in his daily driver, which was a Saturn piece of shit. So I'm just towing him home, and I'm telling him about my dad's old 79 Cutlass Supreme he had when I was a kid. And my dad's like, oh, if you graduate high school, you'll get this car. Fuck no, dude. He traded that shit in way before I even graduated.
You're in
And
fourth
I have a
grade.
heart
He's
set
like,
on it. Like, Dad, empty promises.
Come
The
on,
fuck?
Dad, you're fucking leaving me
No,
hanging here.
really though, I was pissed. I even puked in the back seat of that damn thing. But, anyways, we got into somehow talking about Cutlasses, and I've owned a shit ton of '80s Cutlasses, but I've only owned a '78 Monte Carlo and a 1980 Cutlass Supreme. So, my dad had the '79 growing up, and I don't even know how we got on the conversation of classic cars while I was towing this guy. But he's like, "Oh, you like Cutlass Supremes, do you? I got something to show you. Let me get that." I'm like, cool. And this guy's recovering from a fucking collision. He's kind of fucked up. He ended up going to the hospital later. So he shows me the Cutlass Supreme. I'm juiced up about it. $650. I'm like, dude.
That's the best price.
And he said it should have started, on a jump start. And, I had some rust. I could fix all that shit. Anyways, good deal for G-Body this time in our,
Right.
when we were younger, we could
That's a-
buy a $500
That's
one,
a
no problem.
$7,000 car right now today.
Yeah. So, anyways, I got my heart set on it. I'm like thinking about it. I'm budgeting and talked to the ex about it. And well, we were together at that time. Now we're not. But she's okay with it because
We got the
I had
math.
leverage. Super cheap. So I'm trying to get back in touch with them, and they're like not answering my calls, and I'm freaking out a little bit. And I'm trying not to be too pressing. But finally, the wife calls me back and is like, "Oh, he's in the hospital from that accident." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Now I feel fucking horrible.
Like, hey, listen,
Yeah.
I
motherfucker,
wasn't
sell
getting
me your
mad.
car. Sell me your motherfucking car.
I wasn't getting mad, but I'm like all on it. Like $650. Fuck my life. Well, he said 600, so I'm thinking, but I'm gonna come down to 650. But anyways, he ended up getting out of the hospital 3
He
weeks
had amnesia
later.
from the accident. He's
Yeah.
like, no, I said 650. I guarantee you I did.
I ended up buying it and just, you know, a little bit of body work, little bit of body work.
Armando, if you guys want to go pick some of those stickers up, go hit up FTPSpeedShop.com.
That's why I only got so much for it when I resold it, but I still made a profit. But I needed the money for the family at the time.
I don't think I've ever said I made a profit. I've never sold a car and made a profit.
Really?
The Duramax, I guess, technically.
I bet you if you're patient.
Well, no.
Your profit and my profits.
No, I never made money selling a car. Maybe I keep cars too long and I just run them into the fucking ground. But they're always like half value.
Well, that's not where you're trying to make your money. You're probably making your money
true.
elsewhere.
Yeah,
So you're not pressing the issue.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like, get the fuck out of your car.
I think I have self-esteem issues. So like,
Fuck no.
if I want to like.
Not
Like,
like weird like that.
If
I know, right?
I'm working through it. I talk to a counselor 3 times a week, and a therapist, and we're getting through it. So
That's
we're
a
gonna.
lie.
I don't know.
I can't afford that shit.
I see the beard. I see the beard.
But
That's
like,
enough therapy.
if I were to try
I know,
to like, if I
right?
were to
Same.
sell that truck, I would be like, oh god, don't look at that, don't look at that, don't look at that, don't look at that, because I know everything is negative about it, so automatically the negative stuff comes against me, and I think that's just like a self-esteem issue.
I regret selling that Cutlass. Like, if you sold that truck, you'd regret. I regret selling the Cutlass because I put about 1.5 years worth of work into it, and my oldest son would just love to go cruising in it. I got pictures of it too, but it was hard to let it go. And I didn't think I'd find anything else, but hey, I found a 72 Grand Prix I had for 1.5 years, had to sell it, and the 85 square body.
Got square body, looks cool.
Yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
coming together
Yeah.
slowly but surely. Took it to Omaha twice
It almost made it.
Well, I should have known better. It's my fault because, you if you saw, you would know. But I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm going to drive this thing to Omaha. Yeah, I changed the fluids out, but that upper radiator hose is looking kind of old.
A little crispy.
Let's just drive it to Omaha on the hottest day and see if we can make it.
Yeah, hey, roll the dice.
And
Dude, I'm a fucking dice roller, man. I don't
Roll the
fucking-
dice.
I'm
Did
not
you
a
bring duct
maintenance
tape
guy.
with you?
I'm not a fucking maintenance
Oh, yeah.
guy at all.
Luckily, my dad brought me out of the radiator hose. I'm like, Dad, get the fuck out of here. You
Come
can't
on.
handle this shit.
I need
Traffic flying by,
I
Yeah.
need somebody to
Hotter
save
now.
me, and your fucking old man came and saved you.
Yeah. 2 state patrolmen stopped before him. I'm like, you guys can't help me.
Hey, you motherfucker, go give me a fucking here. Take my debit card, go to O'Reilly's, 3 stops down, and give me a fucking radio.
Right? If I had boobs, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. You got to work on that. Nowadays, you could have them.
I got
It'd be
movies.
normal.
I got movies.
Movies.
Oh, Mike, I will send you a picture of that 72 Grand Prix.
Okay, that's not where I thought you were gonna go.
Me neither.
He said
Not
straight
gonna
up
lie.
movies, and you go, I will send you a
Picture
picture.
of my movies.
I never heard of moobs until,
Check out these movies.
what was it? Todd and Tyler. Not Todd and Tyler. Not, the Animal used to have a show with another guy.
On the Blaze.
On the Blaze.
The fuck was it? Animal and
Something in the Animal.
yeah.
Was it
But,
Ted?
yeah. No.
Todd?
No.
Johnny.
Ooh.
Tim in the Animal.
Tim and the
Tim and the
okay,
Animal,
so it
that
wasn't,
sounds right,
it was
yeah.
a T.
They did away with it and just
You were
had Todd
close.
and Tyler.
Johnny was almost spot on.
Johnny on the spot.
Yeah,
Was
very
almost
I
close.
actually liked Tim and the Animal.
I fucking hate Todd and Tyler.
I don't like them either.
I don't listen to
Fucking
any of that.
They're going the wrong direction.
I
if you
finally
know
have
what
a
I mean.
radio in my truck after 2 years, so
And you listen to the radio? You're a liar. You listen to podcasts.
yes and no. Sometimes it's too much work to get my phone out and dial one up, but so sometimes I do listen to the radio.
Really?
And I go tink 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 tink
'Cause
tink.
it's
All
all
these suck
garbage.
anal. Fucking,
They
fucking
do.
put Pandora on
It's
and
a
fucking
direct
give me
anal,
some
dude.
Tyler Childress or some fucking Cody Jinks. and
Okay,
I'm
I can
fucking
get with
ready
it.
to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got into that fucking. Well, I always kind of liked. Well, always is a lie, but got into that outlaw country type stuff.
Well, I mean,
Me
it must,
too.
must be the whiskey.
And then like the newer
I'm thinking-
generation stuff.
I gotta
like
tell you a story.
fucking totally fucking. I gotta piss so bad. I need to take a break.
Go take a break, and while you're gone, I'm gonna tell a story about
All right.
some old country. And I was out in the sand. I was out in the sand hills last week for 5 days. We were finishing a house, right? And they played this country song called I need some time off for bad behavior.
Wait, what was the song?
If somebody knows who that song is done by, let me know.
What was the song?
I need some time off for bad behavior.
Bad behavior?
Yeah. Well, I never heard I heard the song when I was younger, but they kept playing the same shit because we didn't have a cell signal, and they were trying to play Pandora and shit. So they kept playing the same shit they had on their shit. So anyways, when we're out the Sandhills, we're like between Valentine and like the border of South Dakota.
Damn.
And we were at Merritt Reservoir, actually.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome place.
Yeah, it was dope. We had a
guys
free
go fishing out
cabin.
there?
Yeah, we went. I mean, shit, the
Yeah.
drought, the water. I'll send you
Oh,
pictures
yeah.
though. The drought out there. I'm not even playing. Like it was
It's pretty brutal,
scary.
huh?
Like they had to have a tractor pull people's boats into the water from the dock.
No shit.
There was beached boats at the dock.
Really?
Yeah.
This makes a terrible podcast and everybody goes pissed.
So, anyways, I kept singing the same song. And these motherfuckers were like getting pissed. They quit playing that motherfucking song. Well, by the time, you know, you're on your 5th day of being out in the middle of nowhere, you're going crazy. You're ready to go home.
Is that David Allen Coe?
I think you're right. I think you're right.
No, I love me some David Allen Coe. We tried to
That was
see
good.
him at the Grove
Oh, really?
right as COVID happened, and then it kept getting canceled and pushed back, so we never got to see him.
Wasn't that some shit?
But if you want to hear some crazy shit,
I had a buddy who was into some real.
David Allen Coe X-rated album. It's pure comedy. It's not offensive. He didn't write it to be offensive. He wrote it to be kind of funny, but it's offensive. It's pretty good.
Back then, it wasn't.
Yeah, in the early 90s when he wrote it, it wasn't. No,
Right?
yeah. It's, come stains on the pillow where you once laid your head.
Well, you know, it's no different than like she wore a pearl necklace. You know, who sung that?
Yeah.
She wore a pearl necklace.
What'd you use to clean that with? Or did you?
I spray painted it.
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
So I'm building a trike called Half and Half.
Oh, that's hot.
So like
Like the Jeep.
right down the middle is going to be restored. The other half isn't going to be. While you're in there, grab a fucking handful of
It's
them.
like the Jeep, right?
It's gonna be a commercial for like.
Yeah. I'm going to have to fucking blow Josh by the end of the night just for bumming cigarettes off of him.
You don't have to do that.
But I want to. I mean, shit. I said that wrong. That came out wrong.
Reminds me of sprinkles.
Yo, we're.
Don't include that. Thanks.
No, there's going to be a shit ton of editing because we're at like fucking like. We're at like
3 hours.
2.5 hours of fucking podcast. This is the longest probably I've ever been.
Yeah.
I haven't had an issue with anything, so. Wife said she was going to bed, and I was like, "You're going to bed already? No, fuck it." There'll be some good shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you ever decide to sell your.
It's always crazy too when you like for Josh, like I didn't know what to expect on that, and like motherfuckers got crazy ass stories.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Keep these cold. I don't get the 750 of them out there.
I used to just fucking set a case right here, and there was a garbage can. I just fucking ching, ching, ching.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this now because I don't think I'm gonna swap. I think I'm gonna make everybody's face here, so you know, so everybody's face is always on it. When you got to get to your show, or does it matter?
I'm gonna go. Probably. I'm doing it tomorrow night too.
Well, I don't want to take you away from that.
It's all good. I'll probably roll out in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I can make it down there, just do at least one quick piece. But I was gonna say, back to tow truck driving. It's crazy how like a lot of people just don't want to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you know, changing a tire on the side of the highway. Some people just don't know how to do it anymore. But like laziness sometimes used to pay me, and I'd always remember that, you know, doing towing and shit. And some of the tips doing towing, I mean, Darren Erstat, I towed his Mercedes. He just bought one of the most expensive houses
I don't know
in
if we
Lincoln.
should. Is it cool saying his name?
Do you know who it is?
I have no idea.
Well, I didn't either. That's probably why he gave me a $100 tip. But like, I didn't freak him out and ask for his autograph. I didn't know who he was. But my buddy was into baseball, Nebraska baseball.
Oh, really?
But he used to play for Nebraska, and he was a professional baseball player for California Angels. He lives on the deep south side, but he just recently bought a house. Like, I believe it was after COVID when prices of houses just started fucking skyrocketing.
Mm-hmm.
But his house looked brand new. I mean, it had to have been crazy amount of money for that house. But anyways, he had a fucking 2-door, I don't even know Mercedes, but 2-door, let's just say a newer 2-door coupe, convertible Mercedes. Pain in the ass. You had to fucking take the console.
Oh, yeah.
Pull a console back, put a screwdriver in there to manually shift it into neutral to get it to roll without power. You know what I hope he's not watching. Hooked up his trickle charger backwards and blew the main fuse in it. So
I don't think you're supposed to say that on the internet.
but
He's not listening, probably.
Hey, I'm sure he's not the only one.
I mean, my 92 listeners on Spotify, that's out of all my podcasts. So we're trying to grow, trying to figure it
I
out.
had a lot of high-end clients. I had a lot of good tips.
I don't know if I ever got a tip.
Really?
I mean,
It depends on the call,
I gotta be
if
honest
you're
with you,
provided with customer service, like AAA used to send us to Omaha for customer service training and management training, and I learned. I was quiet. If Mike remembers back in the day, I was always a quiet kid, I was super quiet, and like I had to break out of that after
to try to talk to
getting
people
on
when
at
they're riding with you.
AAA, right? Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Keeping conversation going. If you keep a good enough conversation,
Because you got to have the people
elderly
riding your
They feel
truck with you.
comfortable.
Yeah, and
Get
that's
their
got to be
cars.
super hard. It's like, do.
I've seen it all.
What if you tow a
One time I had
full-size
that.
van full of people
That's leaking gas
on the interstate?
because you don't have a choice because the tornado's coming and it's about to hail.
Are you guys doing the same? Did you guys tow 2 vans at the same time?
This. What if you tow them while they're still in the van?
Were they sleeping?
I don't know, but I
it
said
tow away?
they couldn't speak English. I'm going to tell you that.
Oh shit!
And I
They
said,
wouldn't get out.
I said that pedal. Don't touch it.
Just disconnect the battery.
They couldn't. There was 8 of
Before you
them.
leave.
I couldn't fit them in the truck. I wasn't
I
going to
know.
leave them on the
I was in the
interstate.
same situation. I had a whole family and friends and dog. They Kia piece of shit front wheel drive van.
Yeah.
Van, out in the middle of fucking nowhere, way west. All right, I'm thinking like it had to have been like one of the interchanges going towards
Kearney,
past
York.
Seward, not quite to York. Anyways, way out there.
Yeah.
Milford?
Exit.
No, Milford.
No, way.
Past it,
Milford.
yeah.
Milford
But
before, yeah.
so I get a call, it's a cash call, from Meyer, and go out towards Henderson. I want to say Henderson. Going towards Henderson from I-80. So, anyways, wall cloud, lightning, about to fucking hail. The radio's going on. Tornado warning, take shelter. I'm like, I get out there, like they're leaking gas, and only when the key's in the on position and it's trying to prime the fuel system. Piece of shit fucking Kias. But I'll never drive a Kia, by the way. But so minivan packed full of people. It's a mom and a dad, their family dog. They had 3 kids plus 2 of their friends. The mom and the dog rode with me in the truck. I had to put it in neutral, so I put the key in the on position and put it into neutral. I was trying to act fast because the storm's rolling in. And I'm like, oh fuck! Right when I fucking put the key in the on position, maybe I should have disconnected the battery so that it didn't. Yeah, it didn't prime the fuel pump. It started squirting out gas. I'm like, what the fuck? Like rusty line, corroded line, damaged line. But it's right as I get it on the truck and I'm strapping the wheels down.
Yeah.
I look under the, near the. What would be the frame rail, but I could see like they hit something. They said they drove over something in the road, but it kicked up and punctured the fuel line. So I didn't have room for them. I had a what was I driving? Yeah, I was driving the black. It's like a newer Ford F550 flatbed. I just had to load them up and get them out of there. We had a tornado warning.
Well, you're on a
And we're in the
flat-
middle of nowhere. We didn't even
Yeah.
have time to call. And it was about to start. It was starting to pea-size hail. So I'm like, I am not going to leave this family out there. So I tell them, you're going to have to ride inside of this thing.
Yeah.
And you might want to crack the windows. And the mom and the dog rode with me in the cab. And okay, that's quite a drive to Kiev, Lincoln, to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, that is. That's a hell of a drive. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I-80 all the way down. I kept looking and I was like, maybe we should stop. And, you know, they had each other's phone numbers so they could call if there's an emergency. We make it. I'm smelling gas the whole time. Where it started pouring rain. There was times when we had to stop. You know, I-80 started going slow. Nervous as fuck, but we get back to Lincoln. We get to Kiev, Lincoln. I'm like unloading. And right when I like let them, I kind of assisted them down because that's an insurance deal, you know, letting the family ride. Oh my God, I didn't tell my boss about that, but sorry, Bobby. But I wasn't gonna leave them out there. But anyways, I get back and they're all getting out. Like everyone's fine except the dad. He gets out, he's beat red in the face, and he's like he couldn't breathe. I'm like, they had the windows cracked, you know. I don't know.
Just from the ride?
He
I
was
was thinking, was it brutal? It was hot out.
Dude, but could you imagine the
Riding on
body
the
of that
back of
van
that thing just
doing this?
Seasick.
Oh, seasick,
Yeah,
dude.
he's fucking hopping
they're
everywhere.
locked in, but their body, you know,
Yeah.
you know.
So you get the double suspension, that wave going on
Oh,
with
he about to puke.
And you're up
He
high.
probably
Yeah.
got sick that night.
Yeah, you
I'll never
should've-
forget that. I mean, I've done a lot of shitty fatality calls where bodies are mangled.
Gross, not me.
Body parts.
I never
and
did any of that. The
fingers.
worst I had
No, we
was a
did some
big
shit.
old 10-inch floppy suction cup to the hood of my tow truck going down Cornhusker.
What?
Were you fucking hauling one of Kevin Becker's cars?
I put a big old floppy daldo on the hood of that son of a gun and drove down Cornhusker with it.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that I remember that thing. Kevin turned 18. First thing he did, he went to Dr. John's.
Yes, that was.
And he got himself a Rambone, like
Oh, the Rambo.
Rum.
Fucking
Con
traveled the
bomb.
a 24-inch dildo.
It's gonna shine you
Whatever,
down.
with ball sack, veiny triumphant bastard.
It was a
And
veiny
he
son of a gun.
fucking,
Rum van.
he fucking came out to the street races with that thing that one time, and I was
Holy
like,
shit.
"What the fuck is that thing? A suction cup and everything." It was on the top. What did he
Bonafide.
have? It was Toyota or whatever. It
Oh,
was
that
fucking
allows women
flapping
to
off the
ride it
fucking
if
hood.
they please.
Yeah, it was a suction cupper, and it shattered a
It
windshield.
stays in place
once.
for
Yeah,
the
Not shattered, cracked.
fancy types.
I remember walking around the street races with that thing. I just unzipped my pants, fucking stuck the balls in there and the suction cup in there. And I was just walking around the street races, waving that thing around. I was like the king shit. I was like, what?
Looks.
Who wants to fucking race tonight? Come on,
wants a
man.
race
Let's go. Fucking run them. You want to fuck with this? Let's go.
You wanna fucking?
Big
You wanna
dick
go?
Cincinnati.
Oh, it was the fucking good old days,
Got my
man. I'd
bandana.
fucking go back to that shit in a fucking
That thing
heartbeat.
stayed on the hood of the tow truck.
Hard as fuck.
That's for true.
Rubberized.
It's a slightly
coating.
flaccid, rubberized 24-inch dildo.
Hammered.
It probably literally was about 24 inches long. I think maybe 18.
It was 18
It was-
probably, but it made it through a dishwasher about 47 times. I know that. So it was made out of some kind of
Why did you have to
indestructible material.
dishwasher it?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Don't you ask me that.
sanitization.
Don't you ask me that.
Sanitization. How do you say that? Sanitization.
Sanitization?
Apparently that's what sanitizes them. I mean, you
Sanitation.
know, you can just rub it down with isopropyl.
Just rub it down. Isopropyl and little rinser.
You gotta make sure it's just dry before you fucking reinsert it. That shit'll burn.
Dang right.
Well, now that we've escalated this to
Pure.
fucking Rambones,
Rambones.
man, fucking good old days. Eric, where can people find you? If anybody wants to find you, how can they look you up?
gonna
How can they
find you.
follow you?
I'm
How
gonna
can they
talk about
find out
Rambones.
about
Rambones.
the good old-fashioned tow truck days?
I don't know how they can.
Eric
they
doesn't-
can call me. They
Eric-
can call me.
Okay, what's your phone number?
Beep, 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 beep,
Eric doesn't
beep.
have any socials.
I don't
he does
have
a
any
little
socials. I just have a Facebook
Bit.
and an
Yeah,
Instagram.
Was it Rambones?
Rambone
Should be.
23.
It should be.
Just all giant donger pictures.
Dongos. Catch me
None
at the
of those
speed
would be
show.
mine.
Josh, how can people find you if they want to find some of that graffiti work?
Joshua James or J2 Art Collective, Instagram and Facebook. I deleted my Snapchat,
So that's not going to help anybody.
so don't look for me there.
Okay, he's not going to be on Snapchat, I think is what he's trying to say.
Because
But
my ex.
hit him up on the Instagram, on the
Or
Facebooks, and he does some pretty
Sorry
cool
about
work.
You do jobs for
I'll be downtown
small
in
jobs for
half an
people
hour.
if they want something done. And,
Yeah, anything.
yeah, cool.
I will send you pictures.
Yeah,
It's pretty
man.
cool.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'd like to
maybe
check it
I
out.
should.
No, Mike shows love, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should fucking show you. Maybe in the paint booth, because I want to redo the paint booth. But it kind of was always where everybody just spray painted on the wall. Tim spray painted "Remember When," and then he peed in a fucking Busch Light bottle, and I wrote "pee on the floor" right
Yeah,
next
but
to the
Mike,
bottle.
what if you moved the
Special.
Budweiser sign and put FTP above?
Ooh,
that? Like that'd be pretty
that may be
sweet,
kind
man.
of cool.
Yeah, I can do any lettering font. I really enjoy classic calligraphy because no one does it.
Oh, that's sweet.
You
Yeah.
know, like vintage calligraphy. I just I got hired by a guy. He was just on 1011 recently.
Cole Miller.
God, what was his fucking name? But he runs Branch Stoke Observatory, and they're doing tomorrow Star BQ. Like they like have a Star Wars theme, and I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but he wanted me to do a pop-up art, live painting, something space. But you can look at all the stars and shit with
Fucking
their
Star
equipment in
Wars.
it.
First time I saw Star Wars was in junior high. And I don't know where the fuck it was. Maybe it was at the Joyo or something like
Yeah,
that where they were
Joyo.
playing that.
Oh shit.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to take my girlfriend on a date there. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Well, I didn't watch a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah, but
Neither did I.
Obi-Wan and The Mandalorian's out now. Like when I got COVID, I watched both those, and I was like, "This is kind of cool."
My cousin turned me on to Star Wars, but I never watched I saw the first one and stopped, and I just couldn't get into it.
Can't get into it.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. It's not for me.
Yeah,
But
that's that.
apparently it's for Eric. Eric's
Baby
like,
Yoda.
I fucking love that shit, dude.
Baby
I've been-
Yoda.
Actually, that's why I was late today. I was watching Star Wars.
Curled up watching Star Wars. I
Turns
mean,
out 6:30 means 6:45, 7:15.
if you're Eric,
Yeah.
driving around trying to find Coors hand grenades, But
Yeah.
Dude, you didn't need to bring beer. You know there's beer here.
I
But
know.
I mean, I get it. You're a fucking Coors guy, so
no, not really. I'm a
the right
Coors
beer
hand
now.
grenade guy, but like I couldn't find them. So
I don't even know what that is because I don't
The
drink
little
Coors.
Coors,
The little stuff.
like
Like the
they're good.
banquet beers.
The banquet beers.
Yeah, there
They're
you
good.
go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I get
High
down.
class.
Yeah.
High class.
Yeah,
They're good.
highfalutin motherfucker. So,
Maybe.
all right, guys. Well, we've been at this for. This is probably the longest podcast. I think we're
Fuck yeah.
we're borderline 3 hours in right now. So
And I think 25 minutes of it was.
we're going to make at least 25 minutes of a podcast. So I want to thank Eric and Josh for coming back on and just fucking spitting some stupid tow truck game and just talking about randomness that we used to do back in the day. And really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime. It's
Thank
always
you,
fun.
Mike.
It's been a
Yeah,
blast,
It's good to meet
so-
you as
Damn
well.
good to meet you too,
I
buddy.
know I met you from back in the day, but you know,
I'm sure some point
Hey.
in time.
Yeah.
Lincoln's a a big small town, right?
big city,
It's,
big
dude,
small
it's a
city.
lot bigger than it was in the early
dude. Look at
2000s.
the skyline.
Yep.
Yeah, we're like another 100,000 people bigger. So
We got one more skyscraper out there.
hey guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, you got a comment? Leave it down below. Let us know what you want to talk about. If there's anything you want us to ask these guys, go ahead and let us know, and we'll check in the next one. Thanks, guys. Later.